Very good.
Start now.
Yeah.
I don't know where Catherine is. Don't know where
She'll be
Luke
5
is.
minutes.
She'll be 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
No word on Luke.
Nope. He's just a slacker, I suppose.
Slacker, fucking slackers. New rule: if you're 5 minutes late, I kill your character. 4
There you
minutes
go,
late.
Barry. You're always early, so you got that going for you.
For every minute that you're late, I kill one of your retainers.
What if you have no retainers?
Straight to you, and then it's your bloodline.
Oh, no, thank you.
Right.
Well, yeah, actually, one moment. I'm just going to go quickly, pour a coffee.
Good plan. Get yourself a coffee. How is everybody?
Awesome.
I'm very well.
Excellent. Good to hear.
I'll spam Luke.
Yeah,
I got this.
Gus is on his way in, but it's not Gus. It's Tanya.
It's Tanya. Very good.
Tanya.
Sorry.
Hey.
Hello.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hello. There, Tanya.
Oh, I love your makeup, Charlie. I've only just turned it. I can't hear you.
Cool.
Sorry, I was typing. So it's a little bit rude to have such a loud keyboard. But yeah, thank you.
Oh, good. It looks really cool. I like the.
I should start giving XP for makeup and costumes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh wow, you're looking great
It
today.
would be unfair because
Thanks.
two of you at least always do makeup and costumes, so it wouldn't really be fair on everybody else, would it? You'd be so.
As a costume.
Oh, I see. That's a costume now. I see.
I real like how I morph in.
Do you remember who the private detective woman was?
I am.
Wait, the private detective woman.
Yeah, the one we shot the husband of.
Freya? Yeah.
Freya, that's right.
He's someone's retainer.
Yeah, you have Freya and Rhea.
Then someone.
Look at what you've done.
What have I done? Freya and Rhea. That is a weird subconscious coincidence.
Just going to make all the NPC rhyme.
Yep.
Well, let's pronounce her name Raya.
Raya.
Oh, it's too late.
It's too late. It's Rhea.
It's on this. Unless she changes her name, gives herself a vampire moniker or something.
She could.
That's true.
She might do that.
She could do that. She could do that. I've been feeling like I'm losing my voice all day, so excuse me if I
We'll just assume that's what's happening in character.
Yeah, right. I'll be I'm trying to play some scary brute. I'll be like,
Gracious is like,
exactly.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
Very disappointed in you.
Is that Thrasher's new voice?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm concerned about. How embarrassing. Okay, so you guys, I guess we can work with Luke. He usually comes in about 8 anyway, doesn't he? I mean, that's kind of his thing.
He doesn't have his son today, but maybe he's forgotten.
Do you want to give him a spam?
Do you want to give him a virus?
Give him a virus.
Let's give him a computer virus. That'll teach him.
That'll teach him.
Wow.
Whip him up good.
Where?
So.
I wanna go home.
So how many nights has it been? Just one night since we've got back?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's you arrive in London, and the following evening you wake up in a warehouse at Heathrow Airport. It's not unlike the time you woke up in the warehouse at Oslo Airport, in fact.
Looking back on our last session, we got delivered.
I was staying with Tanya.
Yeah.
You got delivered?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in Tanya's
We all
house.
got delivered.
Did I go that far today?
No, I'm Sage.
Yeah.
Kitty and I were in the same box, being delivered to Tanya's. Tanya was also being delivered to her own house. Alexei with his own person, his own house. Sorry.
All right.
Anyway, I'm spending my
wherever
one
you need to go.
willpower to get rid of one aggravated, so I've only got 2 left to go.
Right.
Hey.
Fair enough. Okay. So, all right then. So you're all in your respective havens then, for now at least. Excellent. So let me see who's going to wake up first.
would be-
I have some notes on this.
It'll be Bishop,
Bishop and Sage,
Alexi,
Alexi
and
and
myself.
Shipman all wake up
Mhm.
at the same time. All right. So let's see. Shipman is not here. Alexi,
Cool.
where did you say you were being delivered to? Your
Oh, it was
haven,
at my house. Yep.
your house. Okay, so tell us
Well,
about
yeah.
tell me about your house.
It's a I own it. It's a house at the back of a pub, just
Okay.
in a local London area, I suppose.
Okay.
Alleyways and such.
All right. And how long have you been a vampire again? You've been a vampire a little
5
while now.
years.
5
Yep.
years. So this is not just a house, this is a haven.
Yep.
Right.
Haven. Yep.
So what kind of security does this place have? What are you thinking about in terms of, like, how do you block out the sun? Where do you sleep? We haven't talked about any retainers specifically that I recall, but
No, I don't have any retainers. I have heard of one, which is a local punk gang.
okay.
Yep. I like get them groceries and they give me blood and look after the area.
Okay. And that's your herd. Is that
Yep.
what you said? Okay. All right. So it's a local punk gang. And do you meet them at the pub?
Yeah, just or in the alleyways around.
All right, that makes sense. Okay. And is your sleeping quarters underground or in the
Yeah, it's
attic?
underground.
It's
It's
underground.
just a
Like in a
small
basement?
dugout. No,
Okay.
not even that, just a dugout hole in the ground.
Wow. Okay. And you have a box there or what?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you crawl out of your box. All right. And let me just find your right. Right. As you wake up, you get out of your box. And is this room like have a computer and stuff set up in it, or?
Yeah. It's got all my computer and information. Small library.
Okay. All right. So you're sitting there. Do you have any animal friends? Do you have-
Yes. Last time I got several ghoul cats and
Okay. So you've got several ghoul cats. They're getting quite big, I assume, at this point. Okay. All right. So you have a message on your computer and email from a broodmate named Winston. It says that he would like to meet you this evening. He has a message to pass you in person.
all right. I email response that I'll meet him at
He wants to meet you at the Thames barrier structure at gate 4 at 9 p.m. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea, but I will Google it shortly.
All right. Okay, so while that's happening, simultaneously, Charlie,
Yes.
you wake up.
Oh, very good.
This is a good start.
Yeah, today is a good day.
Today's a good day.
Yeah.
Or a good night, even.
Right. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, originally, when I'd woken up, I was with Kitty and Tanya.
Right. Well, Kitty is asleep.
Yeah, that's true. So I would have hopped up and
And Tanya is also asleep.
I've got stuff to do, so I'm going to have to love
Right.
him and leave him.
Love him and leave him. So where were you? You were at Tanya's apartment. Was that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you leave the apartment then?
Mhm.
And where do you go?
Okay. Well, in the last session, I mentioned I made a couple of texts, but then I'm going to go and go straight to this. Yeah. Do you remember the text?
Oh, no,
Okay.
I do not remember the text. You're going to have
Well,
to
I
remind
sent
me.
a text to Dr. Shipman
Okay.
about the guy at the hospital,
Right. Yeah.
and then to Tanya asking her about when we can go see Thracius.
Right. Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So, well, Tanya's not waking up yet, so there's that. And Shipman similarly is predisposed, so he's not answering his text either. However, you get a message from a dear friend, Benjamin Smith with an E.
Okay.
And the text message says, I have the name of, an out of game, just remind me, did you already have the name of the guy that was supposed to have killed you, that was in jail?
It's the same as Lionel Bowen.
Right. So apparently
Same name.
he is up for parole this week.
Ooh.
And there's going to be a hearing, and they're going to move him by bus from this particular penitentiary to the courthouse, the main courthouse in the center of the city, during the day. And then he'll have a hearing, and then that night he'll go back again, and within a day or so he'll find out whether or not he's going to be released.
Okay. Cool. That's a good sign. Anyway, yeah, I'm.
All right.
Yeah.
I do actually, yes, I do have notes. I've got Dr. John and Sage to visit accident victim, Tanya and Sage to Thracius.
I think everyone should probably go with Thracius, but it's up to Tanya, I suppose.
You also will have a message from
Messages. Oh, the recording studio, right?
Yeah,
Tim Stinson.
Tim Stenson. Yep, he wants to see you this evening. He's wondering if you'll be available at 1 a.m.
All right.
For a meeting. And there is another message, yet another message, yet
so
another.
popular.
So popular. So popular. But wait, sorry, this is going to take just a minute.
Okay.
Here we go. It's a message from a fellow named Andre Bazin.
Andre. Oh, another Andre. Oh,
This
no.
Andre Bazin.
Yeah.
Can you make a? No, you don't need to make a history check. You recognize him. He is the prince's head retainer.
This head retainer. Ooh.
Everybody except for Caitlin will know this character's name. And you are all going to have a message from Andre Bazin in your email or in on your phones, except for Caitlin, because Caitlin's new.
Also, she doesn't have a phone.
And probably she doesn't have a phone. Right.
So all of the texts from Mercy are just going into their list.
Yep.
Right.
Sorry. Okay, yeah.
All right. Is there
Awesome.
anything else you want to do or anywhere you want to go while you're waiting for your comrades to wake up?
I want. Maybe I'll go to. Am I just okay? Am I just like I could be okay to go to incognito? Right. Okay.
Up to you. You want to be dressed okay? You can be. I don't care.
I'd like to go to incognito.
You want to go to incognito?
Yep.
Okay.
I've got time. I need to feed. I'm on like 7 or something.
Okay.
I'm feeling hungry.
Fair enough.
And I'm back to my trench coat and fresh face bandages. I don't look so
Are you wearing anything
exploded. Yeah, just stuff underneath it, but you know.
Oh, good.
Right. So you've replaced your clothes.
Probably the clothes that I was given plus a trench coat again, so all the pockets and stuff.
I'm going to suggest that maybe while you were staying at Tanya's the night before everyone went to bed, you probably arranged for some clothes to be sorted out.
Yep.
Makes sense. Well, also for Sage. Okay. Very good. Emmanuel Bishop, you wake up.
Parker,
Yes, sir.
how bad is it?
Quite bad, sir.
Who's missing out?
Let's see. We'll go through the manifest, shall we? Now, Mr. Cray, I believe, has most of his things, missing a few assault rifles and some small arms. Sonny the Yank, also known as the Bruja, has not received and probably will not receive his shipment of heavy assault weapons. Winston, also a similar story, as with Tatiana. That is one of the things I would be concerned of, sir. I'm sure you are aware. Jordan Drake, however, her broodmate, has received his shipment and is very pleased with it. That being said, that was mostly things that had arrived the previous month, the previous shipment, which we'd held back whilst we waited for some ammunition, which we were now able to supply. Despite the fact that the two different ammunitions come from different brands, they are the same caliber and will work with the same weapons. And Mr. Drake has not expressed any displeasure at this fact. Evelyn Underhill will need some convincing that we can either supply her order in good time, or we will be required to give her money back. And Azariah also has some of his equipment, but will be looking for another level of compensation, I imagine.
Can those people that are in the most need that we can't deal with, can you make appointments that I might meet them at
I
different
can
times?
certainly try, sir. I will get on the phone
And
begin making
it's
appointments.
been nice to know you, Parker.
Thank you, sir. You've said that every day for the last 6 years.
Also, have you arranged that appointment with Lord Frasius? Because I'd like to see him first, and then I'd like to see the prince.
I have left messages with Lord Thrasius, his people. However, I have not had a reply. No doubt it is because he is currently indisposed due to the large bright object in the sky. However,
Pardon?
Sun,
Bright
sir.
object in the sky?
The large bright object in the sky, also known as the sun, sir, disrupts his patterns as it disrupts yours, no doubt. And as for the prince, I have a message here. Perhaps you should look at it. Andre Bazin, I believe that's the prince's head retainer, also wants to see you and your companions. Interesting word.
You mean my child?
Well, yes, your child are also, but also your companions. The entire trip to Oslo has caught the attention of the elders of the city, apparently.
There is blood in the fridge, is there?
There is blood in the fridge, sir. It's getting a little off. I'd like to have it replaced as soon as possible, but I haven't been able to get through to Mr. Shipman. He seems to be also indisposed at present.
Okay, all right. I will get to what's left and have some of that, and then I will...
You need to take some time to feed, sir. I understand. Shall I send messages to your comrades to let them know that you would like to see them this evening?
Well, if the prince sent messages, I'm pretty sure he's going to send it to all of them as well.
One would hope so. There is one of your members of your new coterie was she not from America?
Yes, yeah, but
Do you think she will be known to the prince? Do you have contact with her?
no, I don't have contact with her, but Sage might.
Very good then.
Sage might. So if you'd ring Sage and then Sage can ring her, maybe the prince would like to meet her.
Well, I can speed this all up, sir, if I was simply to dial the number and pass it over to you.
Hello.
Sage, your phone starts ringing.
Hello? Hello. Sorry.
Sorry to bother
Frog in
you,
my throat.
Sage.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up, Bishop?
Well, it occurs to me, have you got a message from the prince yet?
I have a message from Andre Bazin.
So have I. So I'm assuming everybody else is. But your companion, what was her name? Kitty?
Yeah. Yes.
She's new
yes.
in town, so she might want to meet the prince as well. So I'm assuming you're with her, huh? At some point?
I've headed home. She's staying with Tanya, so perhaps you should call Tanya when she's up.
Can't you call Tanya for me, please?
No, sorry. I've got things to do. I hope you have a good conversation with Tanya. Goodbye.
Why does the
Bye.
world hate me this evening?
I'll hang up. Sorry.
All right.
I'll
Meanwhile,
remember that next bullet that comes your way. Okay.
meanwhile, Tanya. No, you're not next. Sorry, it's Kitty that's next. Sorry, Tanya.
Hey,
Hello.
Kitty. Kitty.
This is Moss. Hi, Moss. I'm awake.
Yep, you're awake when you wake up in Tanya's very flash manse, if you like. It's an
I could get used to this.
apartment.
Wake up and I go for a wander
All right.
throughout the many levels of the house.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure. What's she going to find there, Tanya? What does she find in your house, in your apartments?
I'm gonna find her phone ringing.
Are there any
Many
people?
naked men.
Yeah. Just walking around, walking around.
just like opens the door, goes, okay.
carries a tray on their
Keep
their
walking.
erection.
Oh yeah, no, there'll be like butlers and maids and all that stuff, and then
Tanya, you want to come up with some names for me and add them to your
Your
Q&A
staff.
sheet?
Google.
I want a list of staff on your thing, please.
Google London names.
London names. So good luck with
Under
that.
names, there's so many different.
So yeah, give me a staff list.
Not
your-
Craig.
time.
Oh, of course, Jojo.
Yeah,
Jojo's the head of your
Jojo.
staff.
Exactly.
Right?
Jojo.
Right, so you run into Jojo. Jojo finds you in the kitchen. He looks over at you as you come in, and you startle him a little bit, and he's a little bit surprised. Oh, I'm sorry, it's you, of course. What was your name again?
Kitty.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
You can call me Kit.
Kit, like the car. Womp 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 womp.
K-I-T, Kit, that
Right.
sort of thing. Yeah. What was your name?
Jojo. You can call me Joe if you like, but Jojo's fine.
Okay.
Do you need anything?
Yeah,
I'm sure Tanya won't be long. She's usually not past another 10 minutes past now.
I'm sure she just likes a beauty sleep. You got any blood around here?
Well, there is some frozen assets in storage presently. I can get you that. I'm sure Tanya won't mind. However, is that really what you want?
Honestly, I've never been to London before. This is my first time.
Kind of for emergencies, you know what I mean?
Right. So I should go out on the street in an unfamiliar city and just...
Well, if you just wait a few minutes, I'm sure Tanya will be able to help you.
Right, okay, I can do that. Also, do you know where I could get a phone?
Oh,
Like-
yes, of course. I can get your phone right now. And Jojo walks over to a cupboard and pulls out a burner phone from the cupboard. There's like a stack of about 20 boxes just in the cupboard. And he goes, here you go. And there should be a SIM card in there. I can get you a number to unlock it if you like.
Oh, yeah, that would be amazing. Does it have international calling or is it just like around here?
Oh, it should be fine for everything.
Oh.
You can set it
Thank
up
you.
with an account if you like, but we typically just use these as burners if we need to.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, Is it all right if I just wander around?
Sure,
Not
sure.
really
Is there
sure.
anything else that I can get for you though? You know, like do you need like makeup, hair, nails,
Right.
clothes?
Yeah. Clothes would be good.
Sure. What sort of thing are you into?
Kind of like this, but not dirty. Leather jacket, jeans, t-shirts.
Right.
Sorry. It's been a while since I've had like
well-
a shopping list of what I like.
Sure, yeah. Let me see. I can have these things brought here now if you want. If you want to do some measures, measure you up and take some sizes and things. And
Oh, hell yeah, that sounds awesome.
all right.
Do you
I'm
have
just-
a
yeah.
bathroom, like a place I could like have a bath or
Of
something?
course. Yes, has nobody showed you around yet?
Oh,
Oh
Tanya
my
sort of did like
God.
a preliminary, like his, like where
I'm
you're
sure she was totally
staying.
distracted. Look, just follow me and I'll show you around.
Oh,
Jojo
okay.
leads you around the apartment. He shows you all the main things that you need to know, which will include the baths, the restroom, and so on. Tanya, what else is on this list of places in the house that she can go and visit?
Oh, she can go visit anywhere.
There's a balcony. There's a swimming
Yeah.
pool. I'm guessing. Just taking
Yeah.
a stab in the dark here.
Just don't go to the office.
Right.
Or-
Yeah, I
Right.
won't go to the
So don't
office.
go inside here. These are the offices and they're off limits. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure. No worries. I won't go in there.
You'll notice there's very high security here. Tanya, after all, runs and owns a security business. That's what we do.
Computer company.
He doesn't say
Oh.
that.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna ask where she got all the money because I could definitely get used to this.
Oh, well, as it so happens, Tanya's parents were part of the IBM company, family
Oh.
ownership.
Wow. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jojo.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna have that bath now.
Sure. And when you're done with that, if Tanya's awake, I'll see whether she wants to go for a drive and we can go and visit Harrods.
Okay. What's Harrods?
Oh, it's only a little store down the road.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Joe.
All right. So Tanya, you wake up.
I'm
I
awake.
woke up before.
Oh yeah.
Tanya.
What?
Tanya. Not Bishop.
Did Barry?
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm being
You're
You want to be
confusing me.
Tanya? Do you want to be Tanya?
Tonight you're going to switch characters.
Yes. I'll be
Tonight-
Bishop.
Tonight I'd like to be Michael Jackson.
my
Oh.
my life is enough without moving it on.
All right. Enough of that. Tanya, you wake up.
Hello. Good evening. I ring my bell. Where's my bell? Ding ling ling.
You ring your bell and Maxwell
see my list?
Sharp. I did see your list. It's beautiful. Now, I would like you to add to that list to tell me what these people do.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right,
Later.
but I'm going to steal Maxwell Sharp as your second in command after Jojo. He's like Jojo's Jojo.
Yeah.
So you have two I see.
I like that. Oh, good evening, Maxwell.
Good evening, madam. How can I help?
Where's Jojo?
He is presently giving your guest a tour of the apartments, madam.
Oh, can you tell him to come to me as soon as he's finished?
Of course I can. Would you like me to bring the guest as well?
Oh, might as well. They'll be wonderful.
And you have
Okay.
messages, my lady.
I'll have a look at it in a bit. I'll just change and have a shower first.
Do you prefer to be called milady or ma'am, or what title would you like to be addressed?
Madam.
Madam. Okay. All right. I'll bring them to you presently, madam.
Thank you.
And he heads off. So you've got messages. You've got a message from this Andre Bazin, who's the prince's head retainer. You've got a message from Thracius's head retainer. And you have, what else? Do you have any other messages?
The
Sage?
prince.
Yeah, I gave her that. That's Andre Bazin's as the retainer of the
That would be
prince.
from me.
Sage.
Oh, and a message from Sage.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then your phone rings. And it is Emmanuel Bishop's phone number calling you. Isn't it, Emmanuel Bishop? I assume.
Well, hello.
Evening.
Good evening, Bishop.
It just occurred to me that I bet you got a message from the prince's man this evening, haven't you?
Correct.
All right, so have I. And I was thinking that the prince might like to meet our new visitor, Kitty.
Oh, right. Yes. That's oh, of course we can sort that one out.
Yeah. Okay, have a good night. I'll probably see you there.
We'll see you there.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Jojo is leading you around the house, Caitlin, when another fellow comes wandering in. He's wearing a tuxedo with a very tight collar and a very well-starched shirt.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, they have
Like
the
a-
tux, like the hair, but like they're wearing like, G-strings.
Oh, really? Okay. As you wish.
Strippogram.
This is
Yeah.
your world, Tanya.
Yes.
Her
right.
fantasy.
Oh
This is
my
your-
god.
This is your fantasy world.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nice
Fair
ass, nice firm ass,
right. Well, Maxwell Sharp comes in and he is, as described, G-string, starched shirt, collar, but he is totally serious. And he says, would you like to meet with your benefactor? She would like to see you now if you have time.
Oh, Kitty just sort of sits there and goes like, yeah, sure.
And he
Tanya,
turns,
right?
correct, madam. And he turns upon his heels and clenches his ass cheeks before walking off towards the door.
Put in the ass and assistant, I see.
Jojo says, quite powerful.
Yes, I can see that.
And Jojo follows along with him, and it leads you back towards Tanya. So Tanya, Jojo, and Maxwell and Kitty all come pouring into whichever room it is that you are in presently.
Yeah, it's just one of the lounge. Oh, just by the one of the lounge
spaces. Okay. Madam, your guest.
Hi.
Ooh, good evening, Kitty.
Good evening.
How was your
see-
sleep?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. Thank you again.
Was it
for-
comfortable?
Yes, so much more comfortable than the cardboard box. I can tell you that.
That's good. You're more than welcome to stay here if you want, but it's up to you.
Oh, thank you. I'll probably find something on my own in a little while, but your hospitality is much appreciated. I'm a fan of the decor, and she sort of just gestures, and then stops herself, just yeah.
Oh, do you like Maxwell?
No. What? She's
I mean-
blushing. She's fully just lost for words and doesn't know how to present herself.
Would you like to make a self-control check, Caitlin?
No, but not. But I will. Oh god, my self-control is terrible. Why do you make me do this, Russell?
Well, that is a great question. You were asking for it.
Yes, I was. Self-control. I can roll on the online thing now.
Oh,
Yay!
Down the bottom. So just self-control by itself.
self-control by itself. Yeah.
Subterfuge.
Now, I need to check my emails because theoretically I might have an email from you.
I don't think you do.
I don't? Okay.
No.
I don't. Never mind. Never mind. Then we'll just use your
What
current
is-
thingamajig. And I'm just going to pop her onto Wow,
I got
that was, you did it by yourself. Cool.
Yeah, I got a 7 and a 9.
A 7 and a 9. All right, so you managed to keep it together.
Cool.
Well
Good.
done.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah. I was just a fan of your hospitality. Thank you for keeping me here. I'll probably stay here until I can sort out a place to go
Of course,
with my
that's fine.
clan. Jojo's already given me a phone so I can call Sophia.
Oh, that's good. He's
out.
very useful, isn't he?
Oh,
He's my
so
number
lovely.
one.
I can see why. I do although need to see your prints because I know that it's vampire custom to like if you're there for like 2 or 3 days we need to.
Correct. Yes, I will definitely make an arrangement so that you can meet our prince. Yes.
Yes, that would be amazing. Thank you.
Okay, that's good. You can enjoy yourself or whatever, or Maxwell and the others can help you. Jack will be an amazing person for you if you want to have a little play around if you want to.
Oh,
If you're hungry as well, you can pick whoever you want.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Or
will do.
if you're uncomfortable, let me know, and you're all more than welcome to go outside and find yourself a good feed for yourself. So
I mean, if you're offering, I'm not gonna bat the hand that feeds me, if you know what I mean.
exactly.
Sure. Who did you say?
Jack. His name is Jack Bennett.
Hi.
Who are we talking to now?
Jack Bennett.
Jack
Sorry.
Bennett. I see.
What
What does
that's
Jack
the first
Bennett
thing
do?
I actually he's just a boy. Like he runs around, do errands for everyone.
Okay.
He's like a prospect.
So he's the bottom
Yeah.
tier bitch. He's everybody's bitch.
Yeah, he's everyone's bitch.
All right.
And he
Gotcha.
will do everything, like literally everything to get on top.
Right. Okay. So he's like, okay. So there's a whole hierarchy of pecking order here. It kind of is a microcosm of the prince's court.
It's my own little fucking court.
Right. This is your own little court. I got you. Right. They're like harpies.
Jack.
Jack Bennett.
J-A-K. C-K. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Excellent. So yeah, Jack. So you're going to feed on Jack. Is that how this is working?
Yep, I'm gonna feed on Jack in the box.
Jack in the
Please don't
box.
kill him, okay?
I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm
you
trying
feed
not
off
to.
Jack, and you're going to make a self-control check.
Oh God.
Another one. What did you roll?
I rolled a 10 and a 1.
Ooh.
I don't know how that
Okay,
happened.
so Catherine, while you're watching her feeding on Jack, you're probably on the phone at the same time looking over you at her feeding on Jack, and you sort of realize that she's going a little bit far with this.
I kind of pulled her.
She comes across like a bit of a noob, to be honest.
I
Because
celerity
I
to her. I celerity to her and literally pull them apart.
Oh,
Right.
I'm so sorry. I
That's
don't.
not how you do it. I just
Jack's
told you.
bleeding from the throat right now. Because she hasn't licked the wound.
Lick it.
I lick it.
All right. He kind of drifts off and goes into a kind of comatose state.
Oh,
I am so sorry.
that's okay. Maxwell, can you please put Jack in the box, please, and let him rest here?
Yes, ma'am. As you wish.
I didn't. I don't know what came over me.
It's okay. I think you had
I
a rough.
lost a lot of blood yesterday.
Yeah,
You
you had
notice
a rough time.
a single bead of sweat breaks out on Jojo's brow and runs down his face, and he quickly wipes it before anybody notices, or he tries to, but it's too late. You've both seen it.
Oh
All right.
no.
Alexis.
Why is Jojo sweating?
Because he's
Hello.
scared of you.
Oh.
Alexis, what have you been up to?
Just I don't know who would have sent me on this mission to hang out with these guys.
What? You want-
Originally, I was sent to hang out with these guys and report back to somebody.
right. So that was via your sire.
Yep. All right.
So let me just check up on you. Evil Sid. Right. So yeah, Baines sent you.
I send him a message with pretty much what's gone on so far, and I would have started on my way to this meeting at 9 o'clock.
Okay. So you're traveling there already.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're taking the subway. How do you travel? I'm assuming the subway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's not too much to it than that. Are you going to feed on the way, or you fed already before you left?
No, I'll feed on the way.
Okay. Being a Nosferatu, it's relatively straightforward for you. Do you kill anyone, or do you want to make a self-control check?
I'll make a self-control check.
Out of game, is anybody going to call Alexis to hook up for this princely meeting later, or
Yeah.
yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Basically, I'm gonna try and call. Well, I've already got one from Barry. I've got one from Kitty.
Yep.
Sage, no, but I'm sure that she knows already. I'll ask her.
One
anyway.
success.
One success. Okay, you're good. Yeah, it was a little touch and go for a minute, but you're good. Okay, so do you want to make any phone calls then, Catherine?
Mhm.
Do you want to call Alexis?
Yep.
All right, so Alexis, your phone calls, just as you're putting the person down gently in the corner in the dark shadows of the alleyway, in the back corner of the underground subway station where nobody's looking.
Yep.
Your phone goes buzz in your pocket.
Hello.
Good evening, Alexei.
Good evening, Tanya.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Doing well?
Yes.
Feeling better?
A little bit. Yeah.
That's good. That's good to hear. Anyway, I am actually making an appointment to make an arrangement to see the prince tonight. So, did we say what time?
To meet the prince. Did we
Or
say
are
what
we?
time?
Am I gonna arrange it first?
I think you
Gonna
need to
arrange the
it,
time
yeah.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
My
I'm gonna.
meeting's different to their one, right?
Yes, that's true.
Cool.
Yes.
Sweet. Making sure I didn't mishear the time.
So yours is 9 o'clock.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Sweet.
And I know that Sage has a meeting at 1 o'clock.
With the prince?
No.
Oh, with someone else's.
Yep.
Oh,
with her manager.
right. Okay. What time will you be available tonight?
Any time after about 8:30.
Anytime after 8:30. Oh, we'll just say 9.
Yeah, sounds good.
Isn't that the time you're meeting somebody?
Yeah, I was
though,
gonna say.
9.
Alexis?
Oh, sorry. Anytime after 10:30.
Okay.
I don't know how I got 8 stuck in my head now.
Okay, so that wasn't just me then. Excellent.
I was confused. I was confused outside of game.
For a moment, the
An
DM
hour and a
has
half after the meeting that I'm going to
a
now.
bead
Okay.
of sweat breaks out on the
Oh,
DM's
alright.
head.
I'll
And
arrange
clocks and
roundabout.
calendars, they're real hard.
I'm,
They I hear that.
I'm going to ask the rest if they're okay around about 10 or 11 and see how we go from there. But I'll give you a call back, okay?
All right. Just send me a message.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I will just 1999, you can do a conference call, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but you have to use a certain phone, not those normal phones.
You'd have to use a landline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a conference call to everyone.
You've got the technology to do conference
Yeah.
calls. You can't do
Kitty will
video
be here.
conference
Kitty's
calls.
here anyway.
There's no video conference calls, but you
No.
can do sound audio conference
Yep.
calls, no problem. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Everyone ring.
All right. So
Yep.
everybody's phone's ringing.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's Tanya. Good evening.
Hi, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello,
I'm glad you're
Tanya.
up.
Oh, thank you.
There's
How's
a lot
everyone
of other
doing?
noises. What's happening?
Sorry.
There's a lot of other sounds.
Um,
I'm sorry, I just knocked out something off the desk.
Oh.
oh, that's fine. It's just Kitty. I am going to arrange an appointment with the prince tonight. Would 10 or 11 o'clock will be okay with you guys?
Yes, it has to be before 1.
Has to be before 1?
Mm-hmm.
Bishop,
It'll be fine.
you're fine? Alexi is fine with you. Kitty, you're fine. You don't have anything. You don't have any appointments. That's all good. And the doctor is, yeah, he's fine as well. Yeah.
The doctor is in.
He's insane. I mean,
Yeah, well,
Insane
he's
in
a
the
bit busy at the
membrane.
moment.
Insane in the brain.
Sorry. Anyway, okay. I shall ring. What was his tit's name again?
what was his tits name?
Mhm.
Who are you asking?
You, Russell.
And you're asking me what?
What's the name of the retainer for the prince?
Oh, Andre Bazin.
I can actually. Okay. Do we know his number?
Yes,
Like-
you do. Yeah,
okay.
you would have his number in your phone.
Okay.
Pretty much mandatory. You've got his business card in your
Okay. Yep.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
In your
All right, then.
Rolodex.
I will give them a call and see if they're happy to meet us at that time between 9 and 11. Oh, 1. Sorry, 1. Okay. All right then. I'll see you later.
Wasn't it
Ta-ta.
10:30 and 1?
Oh, sorry. Between 10:30 and 1.
That's
God.
Jojo over your shoulder. Wasn't it 10:30 and 1? Yeah.
Thank
You
you,
guys
Tom.
are complete muppets. Like, what's going on?
I'm so sorry.
I
I
think you're
just
supposed
woke
to say that in your brain,
Mm.
Alexi. That's
No, that's
That's
the retainer's
impolite.
like going, you guys are the main characters and you can't even tell the time. Shit. No.
Wait
Okay.
till Charlie starts having crossover flashbacks between this and the other game, and
Eh.
Rodriguez starts appearing in her head.
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Oh God, that'd be funny.
You don't want to do that? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, cool. All right then. I'll see. I'll text you guys. Ta-ta.
All right.
Hang up.
All right.
It'll-
So, but Emmanuel, you were in on that call, right?
Uh-huh. Here we go.
It was. Okay. So cool.
Mhm.
So you got all the dates and times
Mm-hmm.
tonight
Mhm.
between 10:30 and 2. Was that right?
1,
1,
Between-
10:30 and
between.
1, between
12:30. You know, just in case she needs to travel somewhere.
Thank,
All right.
thank you.
all right.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'll
so
ring
you,
Andre.
the phone answers. Hello, this is Andre Bazin.
Good
How can I
evening,
help?
Andre. It's Tanya Mueller.
Tanya Mueller. Yes, I have you on the list here. You are looking to see the prince sometime this evening. Yes. I
Correct.
assume.
If would be if possible, we would love to meet the prince between 10:30 and 12:30 if he's available. She, he, he's available.
11 o'clock on the dot.
Perfect. That's perfect.
The prince will be attending his quarters at the Kensington Palace Gardens this evening.
Mhm.
If you can come there.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
Very good.
We'll see you later.
Most certainly you will. Good night.
Good night.
All right.
Jojo, darling.
Yes, Tanya. How can I help you, Tanya? Oh, you've got a scratch on your nail there, I see. Oh dear, we'll have to get that fixed.
Thanks, darling. I know. It's all because of that whole scenario thing. But anyway,
What would you like me to do? What's the
Um,
problem?
I need you to do 2 things for me, please.
Yes.
Do you know what time the insurance company is open?
They're closed because it's nighttime.
Would you be able to ask them about the insurance within that company if we have situation like this, like stolen stuff or camera
Oh,
stuff, or
I don't think that the things that were in that shipment were insured.
not with the not the shipment itself, but the camera situation. It is a company.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right.
know what I
Yes, we were security insurance. Very well. I'll make sure that a claim goes in as soon as possible.
And see how much we can get. I might have to talk to Bishop about this and see if we can try give him a little bit of a help with the money. If you know what I mean.
Seems reasonable.
I think so too. And the
Mm.
second thing is,
Yes,
do you mind ringing my mother, please?
yes, of course.
And see if you can arrange some dinner, maybe sometime this weekend or something like that.
Very well, of course, Tanya. Of course, I'll do my best. I'm sure she will. She loves coming to visit you. She always does.
I know. And we need to have a little chat. I do miss my mother.
Understood. Very well. I'll organize that.
Oh, and please organize all the Disney Plus. Sorry, not Disney Plus. Disney movies, please.
Oh.
Yes, of course.
You know my mother loves Disney movies.
I'll would you like me to have them set up in the
The movie theater, please.
right, of course. Yes, the theater.
Thank you.
Very well. Would you like them on 35mm or would you like them projected on video?
Ooh.
I
Surprise
can
me, darling.
I can probably rent some of them on film and have them.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Oh,
Right.
my mum would love that.
Well, only if she knows the difference. I wouldn't want to waste my time if she can't tell the difference.
Doesn't matter. If we can afford it, let's do it.
Very well. I
Food.
understand.
Yeah, let's go. I can't
Right.
wait.
We'll organize a movie showing. We'll begin with The Lion King. How about that?
Oh, that'll be perfect. Oh, also, shopping. Shopping, please.
Shopping. Yes. Speaking of shopping, your friend Kitty wanted to get some clothes and things, and I suggested that we should go to Harrods.
Ooh, yes, we will go shopping. I wonder if Sage would want to come because I do remember I invited her.
Right.
I'll talk to her later and see
You
if
should
she wants
really
to come.
dress up that friend of yours, Mr. Bishop. He's got very.
Well, we're gonna dress up Bishop. He doesn't need one.
Dress him down. No, so bad. So bad. So bad.
So naughty.
So bad.
Right. We should take him
Okay.
down to Piccadilly and see what we can find.
I'll Piccadilly any day.
Yeah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Anyway,
That was out of game, not in game. I did not say that.
I know.
Barry,
I know.
these girls are sexualizing your character. They're objectifying you. Can you imagine that?
Who
I
does
know.
not want to?
Bishop doesn't mind.
Bishop doesn't- That's what you say this time. You wait till you've had a lifetime of this.
He doesn't mind because he doesn't know. He's not there.
Exactly.
It's true. What you don't
Russell,
know.
you're just mad because we sexualize all of your NPCs.
Get what you pay for.
Oh,
All right.
25
And that's it.
Right.
No, thank you, darling. Or maybe I'll
Okay.
call Thracius later.
Thracius.
Yes.
Thracius.
Horatius. That's
Yes.
a fucking mouthful and a half.
Jesus.
He-
We're all
On
going to
so many
die.
levels.
Just want you to know that you're all going to die. Alexis, you get to your meeting. Leave these women to gaggle. Jesus Christ. Alexis, you get to your meeting. It's underneath a bridge next to the Thames.
Like good meetings are.
Like all good meetings. Sort of very secret location. There's 5 other super spies having meetings here right now, dealing guns and switching important sensitive information from MI5.
All right. Is Winston there?
Winston, after you've been there for a few minutes, this figure kind of dislodges itself from the shadows and comes across to you and takes off his hat, holds it against his chest. Good evening,
Hello.
Alexis.
Hello, Winston.
It is so good to see you again, broodmate.
It is. How have you been?
Better than you, I hear.
Quite possibly, but it's a pretty low bar.
Ha ha. May I see the wounds? Or is that something you're keeping to yourself?
I don't know. Show them off.
These are good ones. Yes, I'm impressed. Very interesting. They have little rings of burn marks. They must have
Yeah.
been.
Grenades don't fuck around.
Oof. I'm glad I'm not you this week. Huh. Very good. Well, interestingly, out of game. Give me a second. I've already lost my
Yep.
notes. Damn it. Here we go. Yes, so I'm curious, and not just me, but my sire too, and your sire, Baines. We're all very interested in the fate of this new child, the vampire they call Rhea.
Yes.
What do you think will happen here? You know this bishop well, yes?
Well enough. But yeah, I don't know. If the prince is a stickler to the rules, he's in a pretty tough spot, but I don't know.
And what do you think of this Rhea herself? Does she deserve to die?
No, she's tough. She
Ah.
stood her own in a fight, but
Hmm.
a human against what we were going up against, there wasn't much of a chance.
But she survived with the assistance of...
Yes.
So do you think what happened was commendable?
Yeah, it was deserved, but
Hmm.
I don't know. That's not my place to say when it comes down to it.
No, of course. But you were on the ground. People will be relying upon your testimony.
Yes,
And when it comes to testimony, everybody comes to us.
they do. It would be a shame if anything happened to either of them.
I take you on your word for this. I do not know them, so I can only assume that what you say is true. Yes. Yes. I think that our sire would like you to visit with the prince this evening and with this coterie to see the outcome. If you will take some notes for us.
I will do.
Interesting. Also, a similar meeting will be taking place this evening, we suspect, with one named Thracius, you know, the Roman.
I do.
Yes. If you can find your way into this meeting too, would be very useful to us.
I'll see what I can do.
This coterie is developing interestingly. This new vampire. Who is she?
Someone by the name of Kitty,
That is very vague.
an American.
Do you think she is Sabat?
She's given me no reason to believe she is yet, but she could be slightly less unhinged than the others.
Well then, please do keep tabs on her too, any information you can have. And of course, if you can offer to assist her in any way, this will help you ingratiate yourself upon her so that you can stay close with these individuals. Very useful to us. The closer you are with this coterie, the better.
I'll keep my eye on them.
We are very curious in the developments of Lord Thracius's organization. He seems to be a kingpin here with this particular group of vampires. He is the sire of one of them and the default elder of the other, another one, Bishop. Of course, we believe him to be a Bruja, but no one truly knows. If you could find out the name of his sire, it would be very interesting to us. Yes.
I'll keep my ears open.
Please, yes. Useful information to us. Yes.
I take it the name John Smith that we know is not his real name.
John Smith, is that the name of the sire he's given you?
Yes.
Or out of game, did I give you that name to begin with?
I think you gave me that name to begin with, or is that out of character stuff?
It would have been in character. It was a few weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember what I told you when. We cannot guarantee that this is the one.
All right. I'll keep my ears open.
Very good. We are most curious about this Rhea, her fate, and if you can assist in the if you want to ingratiate yourself with Thracius and the Bruja, and we believe that that this Emmanuel Bishop, who calls himself Catif, we believe he is probably Bruja. He will be of interest to Thracius in the long run, so his child there also will be a candidate of that bloodline. I'm sure Lord Thracius would be interested in this. At some point, this will be a pawn in our, in somebody's jihad.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No,
Do you need any help?
not as of yet. I will message if I do.
Of course. Of course. You might wish to tell your friend Bishop that the Gangrel Azariah is less than happy with the outcome of his arms deal. That he should keep things, be careful. Azariah does not take these things well.
I will do. I'll pass this on.
And if you can find out the outcome of his other customers, we'd be curious of this too.
I don't think it's well from what we found in the last lot, in the last mission we just ran.
I see.
There are numbers as low as 20-30% that I heard him say.
Oof, that's bad. Yes. Well, the other thing I can tell you now, and I'm not sure whether you want to pass this on or not, but this is something I am telling you. But I believe that there's going to be some discussion at some point about your recent experiences with the Sabbat. It is my belief that the elders will take this experience as some reason to consider you maybe even experts on the subject. Do not be surprised if you are looked to for your vast knowledge and experience of dealing with these particular enemies of the Camarilla. I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Very well. Then I shall leave you now.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Fade out into the shadows.
Yes, you both kind of just meld back into the shadows.
I do it first.
I go first. No. Okay, cool. You do it first then. That's fine. All right. Who's next?
Oh, by the way, I'll probably just text everyone it's at 11 o'clock.
Okay. All right. So everybody knows the time.
Yep.
A bit of Sage.
Yes.
Where do you go in the meantime?
I've gone to incognito.
Right. That's right. Okay. So you're going to feed there?
Yes. I'm going to leave. I still have the canister of Ragnar's blood, so I'd like to ask them to just kindly store that somewhere cool so I can quickly feed.
You want to store the canister?
Yeah, just hold on to it. I've also got my cloudberries, so I'll be like, could you please just put this under there, and I'll pick it up on my way out.
Okay.
Please.
So you want it? Do you want it to be put into a secure lockup? Is that what you're saying?
Well, after somewhere cold, because it's blood, but also it's fruit. So
Right.
yeah. So when it comes to bars, they often have like those fridges underneath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if they got somewhere like that.
Okay.
Yeah, apologize.
All right. Okay.
It's an odd request.
All right. So
I know.
a retainer there named Silver takes it, and she gives it to one of her duty managers to store. And she knows that you're a vampire, so she asks her to store it carefully. And so she goes to store it in the refrigerator in the kitchen.
Oh.
Because
It's so kind.
leaving it under the bar could end up in someone's cocktail.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Would it? Would it though?
Well, for Mercy it would be.
Totally would.
But,
For Mercy, it would be. I'm
Yeah.
not sure it would be so hilarious for you,
no.
Sage. Okay.
I'd like to use ore.
Mm-hmm. On
and
who?
On the crowd.
On the
So
crowd.
I'll start
okay.
dancing or on the crowd.
All right. All right.
What? What? Where did that? Who just rolled?
I don't know. Who did just roll? Alex rolled something,
Oh, very good.
but I don't know what he was rolling.
Right.
That's his business.
What? I've lost my roll box, so I don't know how I managed to roll.
Yeah.
Very
Could I-
strange. Yep.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, there we go.
Let's roll. 7. 4. So that is 20 people.
20 people.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So 20 people
Dancing,
all
20
busy
people.
trying to get your attention, dancing with you. They form a bit of a ring around you. Mhm,
I'm going to take a few.
mhm.
It might actually be like more than just 2. It'll probably be maybe 4 this time. Double the amount. That's because I really need the blood.
All right.
Yeah, and if anyone's high, that'd be great. If I can see a glazed look in their eye.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want
yeah.
to be too high. I just want to be like just a
Okay.
little,
Yeah.
just a little.
I think that's reasonable. You take them to the feeding room, I assume.
Mhm.
Okay. And you can make a self-control roll.
Okay. All right.
Difficulty 6 because it's in fact the difficulty is 4 right now because you're not starving, are you?
What is starving?
Well, you're not down to like 25% of your health. Or sorry, not health, blood.
No, no. So 4, you say?
Yep.
Okay. So 1.
One success.
Yeah.
That's enough, but it's as I said to Alexis earlier, touch and go.
Yeah.
For a moment, you were like, "Oh, I could just keep going with this," but
Yeah.
you catch yourself. It's like trying not to fall asleep while you're driving when you're really tired.
Mm-hmm.
You catch yourself and you're like, "Oh, that was fucking close."
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. So just help myself to people I could probably wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Right.
Could I take 2 from each?
Yep, for sure.
2, 2, 2, 2. All right. And then I'm going to see if I can find Mr. Fergus.
Fergus. Well, you don't see Fergus around here presently, but you do see a fellow sitting at a table with a cane leaning against the table, and he's wearing a suit. His hair's tied back. He looks quite swish. He's wearing a white shirt and a tie. Tie is actually pulled open, so it's kind of hanging loose around his neck and a little bit to the side. And he looks like he's just fed. He's kind of has that almost post-coital kind of look on his face.
Damn.
He's like, and there's a young man and a young lady, both with their heads on the table next to him right now. And he's got his hands on the backs of their necks, almost petting them. And they're both
Okay.
passed out.
I will stand up and I'll go over to him and lean on the table and be like, "Did you have fun?"
Greetings. And who might
Hello.
you be?
I'm Sage. I'll open my hand.
He takes your hand and then turns it and pushes his hand towards yours. Can you make a perception check?
Oh. Okay, oh God. This is getting scary. Perception and alertness. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
All right. 5.
5 successes.
Yeah.
He has a ring on his finger that has the symbol of the Tremere.
Oh. Is he? I don't have any etiquette, so I'm not sure if he wants me to kiss his ring or or anything.
Well, you can make a investigation check if you like, or even just an intelligence check.
All right.
I don't think you've got do you have investigation?
I don't think so. No. So just that then.
Mhm.
Just intelligence?
Yep.
All right. 3.
Contextually, you would suspect that that's what he's implying you to do.
I will do that then. I will kiss his ring.
As well, you took the hint. Interesting. Faust is my name. Victor Faust.
Victor Faust. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Of course, that's not my real name. Obviously, that would be a bit glib, wouldn't it?
It's like, is it? Sure.
And who might you be?
Sage?
Yes,
Sage
Sage.
Blackwood?
Sage Blackwood
Hmm.
of House Blackwood.
Yes.
But
House Blackwood.
surely there's more to it than that.
Well, my sire is Uther.
To Saint Bernard,
Hmm.
Gangrel. Ooh, so you're a little wild then.
I am very wild.
I see. Excellent.
No, not as wild as Tanya.
Not as wild as Tanya.
Maybe.
And what might you be doing in Club Incognito besides feeding? Anything in particular? Just mingling, looking to make friends.
Well, I'm always looking to make new friends, especially in the kindred community, because I'm quite new to it. So
I see.
Hmm.
Well, we can be friends.
okay.
If you're ever looking for supernatural services, exorcisms, banishings, you need someone to boil someone's blood, you can call me. Here's my card.
Thank you. Where is the handed? Okay, thank you.
You notice he's wearing gloves
Oh,
too. I should have mentioned that, but
gloves and a ring.
yeah, and the ring is over the glove.
Very good.
Very good.
I hope to meet you again sometime.
As do I.
I'm just going to walk out of the feeding room, very, very confused.
All right.
I'll read the card even.
Right, you read the card.
Mhm.
Right, it just says Victor Faust. There's a phone number. There's an email address.
Nothing blood.
And on the back of it, there's a P.O. box.
Oh. Does this guy actually
Bookseller.
Oh, okay. Wait. He might have okay, anyway, I'm going to pocket that because it might actually be very handy for me.
Right.
But
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
thinking he's quite odd.
Could be a bit odd.
Seeing as I've fed, I'm going to ask for my stuff back and then go.
Okay, very well. So everybody is going to arrive at the Kensington Palace Gardens at 11.
Is it all right to go to Uther first?
You want to see Uther first?
I've got to
Okay.
put the blood away.
Right. Okay. So you're going to go all the way out to the out of city and then come back in again. It's a long way. It's a big trip.
Yes.
But all right. Okay. You
This
taxi.
blood is quite important.
That's true.
Also the cloudberries.
All right. Well, the problem is that when you go to get the blood, you go to the counter and you ask to speak to Silver, and she asks to find it, and there seems to be some sort of kerfuffle.
What do you mean there's a kerfuffle?
Nobody seems to remember where it was. Like it was supposed to be in the refrigerator in the kitchen, but it's not there. And this culminates in Tatiana coming downstairs.
Good.
And she says, well, what seems to be the problem here? What's going on?
I had a thermos that I asked them to look after, and they've lost it. I need
For
this.
fuck's sake, what the hell? Let me have a look. And she goes around to the kitchen. She starts investigating with the stuff. She says, how about you wait upstairs and anything you want is on the house for now. And we'll talk. I'll figure this out. And she goes off and tries to deal with the stuff. And this is going to go on for like half an hour.
Okay.
So for half an hour, what are you doing?
I'm going to scan the crowd, see if anyone has it.
Okay, how are you doing that? Just
With
hold,
my
see if
eyes.
this, see if they're holding it, or if you're using aura perception, or
I don't have that.
you don't have that.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I
using
guess
my
you're
eagle
not
eyes.
using that then. Okay, perception alertness.
I can't use that. 3.
You don't see anybody in the crowd with it, no.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna stand there nervously. Yeah, I'll be pacing nervously. I'll be like, I'll sit down at one point and then I'll be standing up again and then pace again.
Tatiana comes over to your table finally. She comes upstairs to where you are sitting on this, basically on this, you've got a table inside like a metal frame on this metal walkway high above the
Fancy.
crowd.
Hmm.
And she comes up the gantry way and walks across the gantry to the, basically you're sitting right over the middle of the dance floor. And you can see through the floor because it's like a cage floor or a grid.
So cool.
And she walks over to your table and she kind of sits down. Can you make a perception and empathy check, please?
I could take a guess at what she's about to say. To be honest. Nope, nothing.
Nothing. Would you like to take a guess at what she's about to say then?
I expect disappointment is going to crush
She's kind
Sage's.
of biting her lip as she sits down. She says, one of my people has stolen it and has taken off, and I don't know where to find them right now, but I will fucking search the city and pull it apart. But I need to know what was in that bottle.
It was blood.
Whose blood? Was it your blood? Was it your sire's blood?
No,
Was it vampire blood?
it was vampire blood. I don't know how much I could say.
Somebody in the kitchen saw Mansell open it, sniff it, take a sip of it, and then pocket it in his bag and then just leave.
What was
That
his
was
name?
his name was Mansell.
Mansell. Oh shit. Okay. Mansell. Do you have any way of contacting him?
Yeah, we're calling him, but he's not answering his number.
Okay, so it wasn't long ago.
It wasn't long ago. It was about probably half an hour ago.
Right.
We've got an address. Do you want me to give you the address, or do you want me to track this down myself?
If you can give me the address.
So look, this is my question to you, Sage, is right now I'm going to ask you, do you want to sort this out yourself, or do you want us to sort it out? Because if I give you the address, I wash my hands. I wash my hands of Mansell and I wash my hands of the problem. If you leave it with me, I will take responsibility for it.
Please do.
You want me to deal with it? All right. She stands up and walks off.
I wonder if did I get my cloudberries back?
Your what?
Cloudberries.
What the fuck are cloudberries?
They're this like a specialty of Oslo, which I asked Jojo to grab for me.
Right.
They're like berries.
I'm sure I
A
said
ton of
yes
berries.
going, yeah, that sounds like a thing. Okay. That's probably just like, yeah, you can have whatever you like. Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds like me. Okay. So yeah, you get that back. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Everybody else, what are you guys doing? Caitlin.
Yes, I assume Tanya and I have gone shopping.
Okay, so you guys have gone shopping. Very good. And do they end up calling Sage to see whether she wants to go shopping with them?
Probably while we're in one of the shops.
All right. So you guys are busy dressing up at Harrods. At which point, Kitty is discovering Harrods. So if you haven't Googled it, if you don't know what Harrods is, I'm sure you do in real life, right? Or if you
Yeah,
don't,
it's a very fancy shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the fancy shops.
Yeah.
And so you guys are visiting Harrods unless you decide to change your mind. And during that visit, Caitlin, your character is getting changed in the changing room. While Tanya is standing around, Tanya, you were going to call that person with the red hair. Her name is currently Sage. You call Sage. Sage, your phone rings. As you're sitting there, Tatiana's just left the table. Your phone rings.
Oh, that's right. Hello.
Oh, hello, Sage, darling. Are you okay?
I lost Ragnar's blood.
Oh dear.
I went incognito. I
Did
asked
someone
them to look
steal it?
after it, but apparently someone has stolen it. Yes, which
Oh,
is
are you
it's not
okay?
very good. I'm fine.
Are you sure you'll be okay? How about would shopping be something that you want to do? You know, I'm
Apparently
with
no.
Kitty. I'm
I'm
with
sorry.
Kitty.
I feel too dejected right now.
Okay.
So my chair's very loud.
You just farted.
No, it's my chair. You will hear that a lot, unfortunately.
Cool story, bro.
Good excuse. Yeah, mine's leather too.
Mine's actually this shitty plastic. Anyway.
And a beanbag.
All right, get on with it. Get on with it. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure you we're at Harris at the moment, me and Kitty. Maybe that will cheer you up.
No.
Is there something I can help you with?
I don't think so. I have
Kitty, you
I
can
have
be
Tatiana
designing your
helping.
outfit, right?
Okay, darling. Well, call me. Call me if you hear of anything, or even give Jojo his number if you want to just talk to someone.
Of course.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here's his
Really
number.
need to find
And
this.
again, blah 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 blah. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Yep.
All
Take
right.
it, darling.
So you do the shopping, and
Mm.
Kitty has a new outfit. Sage, what are you doing after that?
Well, I'm going to go. I really need to go see if, what time is it?
It's probably about 8:30 now.
8:30. I'm gonna go.
Oh my
It
God.
might even be 9 o'clock. It might be 9 o'clock because there's been some things, some developments.
Yeah, I need to go back and see them.
Oh my God.
Who are you going to see?
Uther de Saint Bernard.
All right. So you're going back to Uther's. All right. Very good.
Yep. It's
Alexis.
a painful trip.
All right. Fair enough. Alexis, what are you up to? Oh, he's taking a break.
What is
All
he
right.
up to?
I don't know.
Are you
Bishop.
right, Kitty?
I'm looking
Bishop.
at the Harrods online store.
Hello.
I know,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
I know,
All
right?
right, my back's killing me. I'm getting cushions.
I know,
That's a
right?
fair call.
Hmm.
Alrighty.
Okay. You go.
I would just be huddled up somewhere just on Shrek Neck or your equivalent, just looking into the shadow powers that we've run into.
All right. Would you like to make a investigation check, intelligence and investigation?
Yep.
And I will need a bit more information about what you're searching for.
Just generally just looking into it, starting off.
Just like you say, shadow organization.
No, the powers that I saw Vignos use.
Right. Okay. All right. So who do you go to regarding this? Because there's not a lot online. There's your clan has made it clear to you that you are not to keep any data or records about anything that would breach the Masquerade in any kind of electronic form.
Alrighty.
The reason for this is so that you have absolute surety that you are not breaking the Masquerade, because there are other clans that do this sort of thing, and they do keep electronic copies of stuff. And if at some time, if you want to turn around and say, well, the Ventrue have a whole bunch of fucking data about this that breaks the Masquerade, they can't turn around and point the finger back at you and say, well, so do you. You can literally say, fuck, no, we don't. Haha, you find it.
Yep.
So you don't keep any data like that. There is no database online.
All right, cool.
So in which case, where do you look?
I don't right now then.
Okay.
I just mess around until the time for the next meeting, just
All right.
slowly make my way there.
You're making your way there. Okay. Very good. Okay. Mr. Bishop.
I am teaching my child the rules and going through them with her over and over again until she remembers them, like she can never forget them. I am telling her all about the vampire world and the clans and the different ones that I know and their variety of powers, and we're discussing feeding and how that's supposed to work.
Okay.
Okay, and I talk about awe, and I'm trying to teach her awe.
Okay, that all sounds very reasonable.
Yeah. And I'm waiting on any return calls from those customers that haven't been dealt with yet.
Right. Return calls. Well, some of them do call you back, actually. You get a message from Lady Evelyn Underhill.
Yes.
The message says that she would like to meet you later tonight if you have time at wait a minute. She wants to meet you at a place called the Lanesborough Hotel in Belgravia.
Yes, definitely. I'll make that about 1 if she's amenable.
All right, that works. And you set that up.
Yes.
Okay. As for other customers, potential customers, I'll leave that till later. No, that's the only one that gets back to you in the short term. All right, so 1 o'clock, you've got a meeting with that. Everybody else, then, you guys are all going to converge in Kensington Palace Gardens at 11. So around about 10 to 11, you guys kind of meet up in the foyer. And you find each other all there, I assume.
Mhm.
I don't know who's going to be first. Do you want to roll dice or do you not care?
I don't really care.
I'll probably be last, seeing as I've taken quite a trip.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, that's true. We do have to do your Uther scene, don't we?
So much. Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay, let's
okay.
rewind a little bit. So you get to Uther's house, and you go into the mansion, dilapidated as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin ushers you through.
I'm going
Sorry,
to
guys.
attack him with a hug
Um,
and then give him the cloudberries.
what is this?
These are cloudberries from
What is-
Oslo.
What exactly is that?
You should just try them. They're a delicacy. They're berries, like blackberries or blueberries.
You are aware, Sage, that I am a vampire and I do not
Didn't you say it was Benjamin?
eat Oh, you talking to Benjamin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I was saying he was ushering you through to Uther. Okay. No, okay. So you're giving this to Benjamin.
Yeah,
Nice. All right then. Okay. In that case, attitude adjustment.
Yeah.
All right.
Check
Yeah.
yourself.
Check myself. He takes them, and he thanks you profusely for them, and tells you that he will keep them and cherish them dearly.
I would hope that you would eat them.
He does,
Okay, good.
but only some of them, not all of them. All right. And he says, Uther is present. He would like to see you if you have time.
Yes, I'll go see him.
All right. So he takes you up to the dining room upstairs, the games room, in fact, where Uther stands near the empty fireplace. Actually, it's the library. I'm sorry. It's the library. Empty fireplace, and the roof is all open air on one half of the building, where there's this fucking World War II bomb that's still sitting in one side of the house. And he turns to see you as you come in. You notice that he uses his gleam of red eyes to see you in the dark. Greetings, child.
Oh
So,
boy, a lot has happened.
yes, a lot has happened. Speak to me.
Well, I went to Oslo. I thought it was a simple mission. Just going to find Bishop's weaponry. It was a lot worse. We ended up finding Sabat. I ended up killing multiple Schlachter. And we all had an interesting time. We killed Borscht and all that. I had a canister of Ragnar's blood.
Who is Ragnar?
Ragnar, Benjamin might have told you that I asked about him. He's an 8th generation
yes,
vampire with blood that tastes gangrel-like.
I see.
So
perhaps anti-tribute.
Anti-tribute.
Yes, those vampires that leave the clan to join the Sabbat call themselves anti-tribute. Tribute as in tribe.
Tribute as in tribe. Right. And then there was a La Sombra and a Tzimitzi.
Tzimitzi. Foul creatures they are. So, what did you learn, Sage?
What did I learn? I learned that they are very dangerous, and they are still out there. They stole this weaponry from him. They probably weren't expecting anyone to go get them back, but they've probably learned a bit about us in the process. I don't think they've learned anything about me though. And that's nothing about you.
Are we expecting retribution?
Probably.
I see.
I'm not certain about this, but probably.
I am to understand that you will be required to see the prince this evening. I should like to hear back after that report.
I can do that. Oh, I brought you a reindeer skin. I thought you could put this in the study, or even here in the library.
At a game, what?
Reindeer skin.
Reindeer skin. Very thoughtful of you. He puts it to the side without really even looking at it.
Can I have a hug? Please.
You are a peculiar child.
I'm a huggy child. I'll go up and give him a hug.
He just stands there while you hug him like a tree.
Well,
very well.
Now that I've told you all about that, I have somewhere to be, multiple places to be. It's going to be a stressful night, I promise you.
Good luck. I imagine you might need it.
When I
Pass
come back,
on Lord Thracius my regards if you see him.
Of course.
Yes. Is there anything else?
Yes. probably not tonight, but if you could teach me something new, I would love that a lot.
I see.
Anything
Well,
that you think would be helpful.
there is plenty of time.
Okay, I'll stop talking fast now.
Good
I've got a
night.
lot.
As do we all, Sage.
Mm-hmm.
The prophecy beckons me. He turns and walks off.
Then I run downstairs. The taxi's
Right.
probably still waiting.
Yep.
And then go.
All right. Okay, so back to cut and paste. All right. You guys are in the foyer. And you guys can have like 5 minutes or less to talk about what you're going to say and what you're going to do and what you're expecting, while God goes to powder his nose.
Oh, good. We'll do a shopping montage.
More cocaine. More
More
cocaine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All the
Just
things.
whoosh.
I'm just gonna send you a picture of Maxwell and Jack.
Do it.
Hold on,
Anyway, we're in the foyer of this place.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send it a
Not
message.
shopping.
Yeah, no. Katie's got a new look. Her hair's red now because fuck it.
Nice.
I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
send it on Messenger.
Yay. All right. Well, I'm gonna take a back seat because this is the new prince, and I'm assuming y'all have a lot more things to talk about than just introducing little old me.
It's one of the main reasons we're here.
I guess we're just
Sorry.
I'm so cool.
this
Hold
a
on.
picture. You gonna share it?
Oh wait, hold up. I'm gonna share this to you, Sage. Oh, actually, I'm gonna send this to the
Wait,
Discord.
the thing's being recorded. This is not getting posted
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, it will be demonetized. Actually, there's probably no money on this, but
I
the thing.
won't. Yeah. Oh my god. Amazing. So good.
I'm just gonna paste it here.
All right. This is Bishop.
Hi,
Okay.
Bishop.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Oh god, that's funny.
Okay, sorry about that.
We didn't talk anything about what we needed to.
Sorry, I just seen a photo of Maxwell and Jack. So Maxwell's the first photo on Discord, and the second photo on Discord is Maxwell.
So
Jack.
I'm going to share the screen. So
Oh,
Barry,
no,
No,
no. YouTube will not appreciate this.
because Barry needed to see this.
We'll just cut this part out of the video.
Just cut this part out of the video.
It doesn't breach standards.
Exactly. It's covered. It's fine.
Right. That's not terrible.
It's getting worse and worse.
Teeny
but,
weeny, itty
Like there was
bitty,
one of
little
these
polka
dudes at
dot
the
machine.
tattoos thing that I went to on Friday, and the
Oh, really?
female version. Yeah,
Right.
it's burlesque.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Quite like burlesque.
Okay. Sorry.
All
got
right.
distracted.
So at Kensington Garden Palace, you are ushered downstairs into first of all, you're at a garden, and then there's a subway station there that's actually been closed off, and they take you into the subway station and then down the stairs and put you on a train. And the train travels for about 15 minutes, and it stops at what seems like, to anyone that's got any history checks they want to roll.
I will.
Yep. Okay, Barry, we'll roll you a history check.
What is history?
Um,
Is it academics?
Alex, are you rolling history as well? Yeah, it could be academics.
What kind of train is it? Is it electric powered? Is it steam
It's
powered?
a choo-choo train.
It's an electric train.
Mm-mm.
It's a actual subway train that's been kind of taken from the subway, as it were, to be used. It's been commandeered. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right.
Percent intelligence. And... Yeah, academics. Have to be academics. One success for Bishop. Bishop, so you think maybe it must go back to as far as World War II or something, this bunker.
Good sense. Churchill had a bunker under there too.
Right, exactly. Bishop probably doesn't know that because, actually, no, he probably does know that. Bishop probably does know that. I don't know whether the other characters do. I don't really care. You can decide for yourselves. But Churchill definitely had bunkers under the subway situation in London. And that seems to be where you are. But then this pathway goes deeper and you end up in this circular room with these huge doors, and the ceiling is this vaulted ceiling, like a dome, and it's beautifully painted with these like medieval or Renaissance style paintings on the ceiling, blue and gold and reds, very colorful and bright, rich colors that have been upkept for centuries by the looks of things. So this whole system of network tunnels have come into this very ancient, almost like a cathedral or a chapel, but underground. And these massive double doors. And finally, the double doors open. And standing on either side of these double doors are these soldiers holding two-handed swords, like great swords. They appear to be somewhat ceremonial. You're not sure they're going to be particularly effective against guns, bullets, and grenades and sabat and shit like what you've seen in the last few days. But certainly they are impressive visually. You go into this next chamber and it opens out and it's quite vast, this large underground room. And the first thing you notice, besides the throne at the far end of it, is it has a moat running through it, and there's a bridge that goes across the moat. And it's almost like a garden, like an underground garden, this room. And it's been painted beautifully. Again, the same style of Renaissance or medieval painting on all the walls and the ceiling. It's like they've hired Michelangelo to paint this place. And there is a whole bunch of figures standing on the far side of this moat, approaching the throne. And sitting on the throne is this golden-haired boy who looks to be about 10 years old. And he's sitting on this throne, and he too has a sword across his knee. And he sees you enter, and he picks up the sword and holds it next to the throne. Approach, he says, his voice echoes through the hall. Does anybody here have any flaws that stop them from crossing running water? Can't hear you.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Nope.
You would know if you did, because you would have had to choose it.
No.
And you notice there's various hooded figures standing behind him. Now, out of those figures, some of them you might actually recognize. Dun, dun, dun. So first of all, there is the Primogen. You see Thracius is there. You see a fellow named Ivran Sorensen, who is Clan Ventru's Primogen counselor. There is a figure that you can recognize as must be Brutus, who is the Nosferatu Primogen. There is a Toreador named Ariel. There is a gangrel named Milos Svengal. You see a fellow with a sort of ruffle around his throat and a long beard and a cap. And I don't mean a baseball cap. I mean like a circular cap, like a medieval cap, who you can assume is Dr. John Dee, the Tremere. And there is a lady wearing a suit and tails and a white shirt with a collar and a tie, who looks like, in fact, she's wearing jodhpurs. Do you know what jodhpurs are? Right,
The big
riding
riding
trousers.
pants.
What
Yeah.
you wear when you're going on a horse. When you're going to ride a horse, they're quite big and wide in the hips and in the thighs, and tight around the knees and calves. And those of you who are members of, like, who have lived in London for any number of years know her as Justine Stratholme, Primogenitor Councillor for Clan Malkavian. She has a riding whip, like a crop,
Cool.
in one hand. You recognize a number of other vampires too. Some of you might recognize Ivanovich Soze, standing back on the left-hand side. This fellow is quite beautiful, and he wears a long white fur coat that goes down to his ankles. And he has long blonde platinum hair. He's like a blonde Dracula, but crossed with the Frost Prince.
Cool.
There's various other people here you may or may not recognize. It's probably not worth going into their names at this point. You're kind of overwhelmed with the presence of most of these people. And they are putting off a lot of presents, by the way. There's a lot of majesty going on in this room right
God
now.
damn.
Majesty and awe is just hitting you in the face as you come into this place. It's overwhelming, and you can barely walk forward without falling to your knees in the majesty of this group of
Just literally walking with the
extraordinary
knees
vampires.
on our knees the whole time.
You just fall to your knees.
Yeah. Is
Yes.
Raya here?
Raya, yes, she is here. Yeah.
Raya. Okay, is
Um,
it Raya or Raya? How do
Now,
we...
okay,
Raya.
so here's
Raya.
actually, here's the thing. Raya, and this should have been addressed earlier, but I apologize. Raya Barry, she came with you, and then she was led. They took her via a different route. The soldiers, the guards said to you, we're going to introduce her separately. So we want to have, the prince wants to see you and your companions first, and then we will introduce Raya, and they will have that conversation after the initial introductions.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you guys go in, and Raya stays in the waiting room. So Raya's not here right now. Okay. And so I'll wait till Charlie gets back.
So the blonde Dracula looking dude, is it based off Alucard from Castlevania, or is it just...
He is certainly not. I was not even aware of that until
love
much
that
later.
anime.
So good. Such
It's a
good
fun show.
I
Yeah.
just finished it. It's so good.
Oh, really? Have you? Yeah.
Yeah. Very excited. All right, there we are.
Okay, so you are ushered forward across the bridgeway in front of the prince. And Angelus sits on his huge throne with these it's a massive golden throne, by the way, with these huge lion heads on each side of where the hands go. The armrests are the huge lion faces. He leans back and he says, "Come, I wish to speak to you now."
We all walk.
We walk up.
Yeah.
You will approach. Okay.
I guess as soon as we walk in, I do a curtsy and just go, "Good evening, my prince," in
I-
council.
I
What-
sort of
Yeah.
dip my head in respect.
Do a curtsy too.
All right. So I'm going to read all your surface thoughts at this point.
Great.
Various characters are reading your thoughts right now, not just the prince. There's a
Damn.
number of elders reading your thoughts.
Mhm.
So I'm going to start on my screen on top right, which is Caitlin. What are you thinking?
Holy fuck. What have I gotten myself into?
Give me 3 feelings.
Anxious.
Yep. Feelings or facts? Could be
ta- ta-
facts.
Taken aback.
Okay.
And
so-
I'm a Toreador.
Right. Okay. I'm a
Yeah,
tart.
That is a
Okay.
fact. Yeah.
that's a fact.
Right,
That's what
yeah.
happens when we read and we do like 3. Is the first one is a vampire, is a
Right.
Toreador.
Right.
I was very nervous and excited and also just blown away.
Right. Because you're coming from Chicago, where the last prince you met was Loden, and it was like all very corporate.
Yeah, and this is like old school
Right.
monarchy type deal.
Right.
And I don't think Kitty's ever had to deal with like this much like power before, because this is definitely a room that's exuding a lot of like,
Right. And it's concentrated power.
yeah. And I'm just like, oh,
Right.
fuck.
Right. Tanya, surface thoughts. Tell me
Surface
3
thoughts,
things about your character right now.
She's a little bit confident at the moment, just a little.
Confident?
Yeah, confident, calm. I'm a vampire. Hey.
All right. That seems reasonable. Okay. Sage.
I'm anxious, intimidated, and awed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a fair. Yeah, that's all true. Alexis.
I'm wondering how everything will play out.
So you're
Um,
curious.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not concerned for your own safety, though.
No.
No. Okay. Cool. And Bishop.
Very soldier-like. Very
Stoic?
Stoic. Yeah.
stoic. Commanding officers facing a commanding officer, a
Right.
major commanding officer, a general,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Mm.
You know, respectful. I'm already down on one knee.
Okay.
You know, and I've got my head down. You know, I don't dare to look up because this is my commanding officer. You know, but approaching it in a military attitude. A little bit of worry about my shoulder and my mistakes, of course.
Very well.
Mm.
Come a little closer, please. I wish to be able to hear your voices and see your faces whilst we converse. Of course, this room is very intimidating, and I understand that you must be a little fearful of all of these powerful elders in your presence. Come a little closer and relax.
Go closer.
Yeah, I'll go closer too, but relaxing is probably not what I'm going to be doing. It just seems more intimidating.
How close are his hands to that sword?
His hand's on the sword. His hand is literally.
Yeah, I'm
know what?
like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa, is he getting a sword now?
I
I'm
hope
gonna
so.
paint his chair
he
gold.
better be getting a sword. Oh, it fully
Oh,
is.
yeah!
No, act like a 10-year-old.
Can't hear
Ten-year-old,
you.
he can't
Oh,
hear
no,
you.
no.
Oh.
Here we go. Say
An
that again. Say it again.
old
No.
10-year-old.
Now act like
No.
a 10-year-old that's like a few hundred years old.
2000.
Oh, wow.
I walk forward. Walk closer.
I take a step forward, but like not very close to the throne, just sort of like an inch forward.
So, you returned from Oslo. You have been sent there on a mission, yes?
Yes, you're my prince.
Perhaps you can explain the particulars of this mission to me, Tanya.
The event happened when Bishop's equipments had been stolen, and unfortunately, our security or my company has failed to gather the information of who stole the equipments. Upon investigating, we finally figured out who it was, and we got involved with the spat, and it led from one to another. And also, we have been joined by this lovely lady, Kitty, a new member of here, and we met her at Oslo.
Yeah, I was
So-
in a box.
So you found this vampire in Oslo in a box
Correct.
inside Where?
It was in a, should we say, like a little dungeon? Yes, it was
A-
underneath a farm. Well, we found her.
You can
A
just say
dungeon.
Sabat's lair.
Yeah,
It was not good. Did not want to be there.
A lair, a Sabbat lair in a dungeon beneath a farm in Oslo.
yes, correct.
How did you come to be there, young one?
That is a good question. Sophia said that I was going to end up in Heathrow.
Who is Sophia?
Oh, she's my sire. She's the Toreador clan in America, in Chicago. I was supposed to be met at Heathrow by some Toreadors, and then I woke up in Oslo with this
Yes, we had a
crazy
message. What was the name of the one that you were to meet here? Surely you had a name given to you.
Yep, hold on. I was supposed to meet Ariel.
Ariel, there. He turns to Ariel and beckons her forward. She nods. She says, yes, the aircraft did not arrive, my lord. As we discussed, it was turned away due to a sudden and weather difficulties. Curious. So, there were some complications in this mission, I understand.
Takes a step back.
Correct. Sorry, did you want me to explain?
Do you care to explain?
I'm so sorry. I'm so nervous at the moment. Now I'm nervous now. Now Tanya's.
So she's starting to get nervous as the scene. Okay, that's interesting.
So we actually asked for assistance from the prince in Oslo because it was at their base, and unfortunately they didn't want to help us. So they said that since it's our equipment, we should just investigate ourselves and deal with
This
it.
was the Prince Grimar, yes?
Correct.
I see.
At the end of the day, we were able to survive. We found some of the equipments, but unfortunately, I don't think we can deal with them, or we can't really bring them back. The other thing is we've dealt with a few what are those things again?
Schlachter,
Oh yeah,
Wurst, Salat.
those ones. So I just told them that.
I see. And does anyone else have anything else to add to this?
Should I say something? Oh,
Yes.
all right. So we went there following a lead that there were 3 members of the Sabbat. Actually, apparently there was a 4th one, but we haven't met them. We came across a Vignes, who I think is the La Sombra woman. Eric, who is Zmitzi. He was the one creating all the Schlachter and the Vosh and stuff like that, and the demon dogs. There was also Ragnar. Ragnar we never saw at all. He is an 8th generation vampire, and I think that he's anti-tribute, a gangrel anti-tribute. That's what I think, anyway.
Did you learn this with your powers that you have been trained with from your sire?
Maybe. Yes, I did. Yeah.
Kitty, you have something you wish to say?
Oh, I was just saying that there was also a bunch of La Sombra there, and really, well, there's one La Sombra, this shadow lady who was scary as hell, and then also there's a lot of like people that had been stitched together, and like big scary things.
I believe the term is involved. The description that you give is a kind of construct created by the Sabbat. They call it evolved.
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
The issue is
It must have
they-
been terrifying for you.
Is he being sarcastic?
You can make a perception and empathy check.
Yes. Let me roll those dice.
So the
Okay.
issue is they have gotten away, all of them, and they might come back for us. I'm not sure.
And do you consider yourself then to be lucky to survive?
And we cannot be sure that they are either dead or alive, because I know we had what did you call him, the gangrel?
And
He had skin of marble.
No, not him. That was the Zmitzi guy.
5 successes.
That was Eric.
That was Eric. Okay, he had skin of marble.
Out of game,
Flesh and blood.
out of game, I'm curious why you think he's a Mitzi.
Oh, because he mentioned that they were his dogs. Yeah, unless he's lied to us, which is fine, because like this is what I'm saying from my point of view. He said that that they were his dogs.
Yep.
So yeah, could be wrong.
5 successes. Yeah. Could be.
Clearly, I'm wrong.
Anyway,
5 successes, by the way, on the sarcasm check.
You actually think he's being quite genuine.
We were a
had-
little bit terrified because we have never dealt with them before. So it's very
Yes.
Of
Very
course you are
terrifying.
terrified, my darlings. Poor children, please. This is a terrible thing for you to have undertaken by yourselves.
but at the same time it was actually a good experience for all of us.
And why do you say this, Tanya?
What?
For
Mueller?
me anyway, I feel like I've done things that I wouldn't be doing as I am now. Like I wouldn't fight at all. Or
Then let me ask you a question, Tanya Mueller. Is this something that you would wish to do again?
God damn
it gave me a little bit of a thrill, to be honest.
Truly.
It did. For me, for my own opinion anyway. I guess for others, I don't know. Everyone's probably have different opinion about this experience. But for me, I've learned so many things. So
Well, Lord Thracius, it seems that your child has an interest in the Sabbat. Perhaps there is a place for her. Perhaps there is a place for all of them. But we have another conversation to have yet. Bring in the new vampire. And the doors open at that point, and they bring in a box, a wooden box. And they place the box very carefully. It's a fucking coffin, but it's a very old looking coffin. It looks like it was built for this purpose. And these retainers come in and lower it very gently down in front of all of you and the prince. And they open it up, and Rhea lays in the box, staked. As you can see, our new member of our society is presently immobilized. When it comes to giving her testimony, then perhaps we will remove the stake. But until then, she is neither dead nor alive. But she is in a box. Perhaps we should rename her Schrödinger. You appreciate my funny joke. So, tell me, Mr. Bishop, this is your child, yes?
Yes, my prince.
I see. And how did this vampire come to be?
She had been attacked by the enemy several times. We had already lost one of our team, and I did not wish to lose a valuable asset, my prince. True, in the heat of battle, this was done. It was not my wisest decision, But I thought, because I had already seen her doing battle, that she was much too a valuable asset to be destroyed, to give to the enemy. More to the point, my prince, I did not want the enemy to have something become powerful and be used against us, my prince.
But you were aware of the tradition of out of game.
Yeah.
My brain is blanking.
Yes, my prince, and that is why I say this was done in the heat of the battle, and it probably was not my best decision. But as you probably know, my prince, in the military, we do not like to leave a man behind if we can help it. And I think it was just habit more than anything else, and the care of a person who had served me well.
So you are aware that this was a very serious breach of tradition?
Yes, my prince, and I alone should suffer for it. I am her commanding officer now, my prince, and I am her sire. And the law does say that it is my responsibility. She is my responsibility.
He turns to the rest of you. And out of game, sorry, there's a lot of noise going on in the background. Can we just wait for a minute for that to clear up? Just give me an idea of when that's going to clear up. I mean, it's got to happen. People's lives have to go on. Obviously, it's just a game, but I just want to know when.
Got it. All right.
So he turns to the rest of you. He looks at you, Sage, and he says, "And what is your impression of the situation? Was this a necessary outcome?"
Well, for me, I still, I feel, I guess I feel. So when I saw her in battle and she was wounded, I know that there are laws, but my heart and soul tells me that she was more important. But I guess maybe I'm too young to fully accept it. I don't know.
Ariel steps forward and she says, "They are young ones, sire. Surely you can show some leniency. They are all of them less than a century old. They will make these mistakes. Their humanity is strong, my lord." He looks back at her and he looks back to you. "I will take this under consideration. Tanya Mueller, what did you witness? Would you have survived the evening if it had not been for Mr. Bishop's rash decision?"
I think we would have never survived either way. But whatever Bishop's done is Ariel's right. It's our humanity that conquered it. And we do not want to lose any more. We have lost a few of our own, or as retainers, Tracia's sent. They are mere humans, but they are still lives. And so what's done, it's done, and I don't know how to apologize to this.
It is, of course, always a pity to lose a mortal that is in your service. That is understood. This one was not even a ghoul, I understand.
Correct,
And
it wasn't.
she also was a gift to you, Tanya Mueller, from your sire. Is that also true?
Correct, it was.
So she was technically your responsibility, not Bishop's.
No, but unfortunately I was not in the situation when that happened.
I see. So do you think it is forgivable then that Mr. Bishop took one of your own assets and transformed her into something she was never meant to be?
I don't mind at all because I've done, it's something that I can do for Bishop for all this trouble that we've been through. So I don't mind at all.
Now, Alexis, you have a unique perspective on all of this. I understand it has been suggested by your sire that you have an opinion to be held here. Perhaps you would like to speak.
We all know that the rules were broken. The rule was broken, but this human survived a lot of damage. Some which even I only just survived myself. I think she's worthy of the blood, but it isn't my decision.
Well, Alexis, you speak eloquently, as your sire has made a great and fortuitous decision with you, I think. You are correct on all counts. She has survived, and perhaps she's worthy of the blood. At that point, the Nosferatu elder or primogen counselor steps forward, and he pulls back his cloak very slightly, just enough that you can see just a slither of this hideous presence. And he said, "There is another thing, my lord. The location of this altercation, this situation, was not within the proviso of the Camarilla. It was in the outskirts of Oslo, beyond the city's center, beyond its province, shall we say. Perhaps it could be seen that the rules as they were did not take effect beyond the walls or the realm of the city itself. Perhaps then we can act with some mercy and grace, given the situation. We do not wish to cause unnecessary suffering." Prince leans back into his chair. This is also an excellent point, Brutus. I would take that also into consideration. We should need to think upon these things. Perhaps you will all return to the chamber, the waiting room, for a few minutes whilst I speak with the lady in question.
Go to leave.
Okay, so you guys all retreat back into the chamber. They close the doors.
I whisper good luck to Daria as I go past the coffin.
To Rhea?
No, Rhea, not Daria. Why do I keep thinking her name is Daria?
Don't know. Rhea? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you leave back to the waiting room, and they close the doors, and you are by yourselves. Anybody who wants to make a security check will notice that there is, oddly, like, there are no video cameras here. The guards are on the outside of this room. You really do have as much privacy as you could have in this room, unless someone's going out of their way to make you feel like you have security, like privacy.
Mm-hmm. That was scary.
I was gonna sit down and literally just like, the fuck.
It's fine. It's fine. I honestly don't think it could have gone any worse or any better. I think we just, actually, no, it could definitely have got a lot worse. We could all just not have our heads.
Oh yeah, definitely. His hair was a lot silkier than 10 years ago.
You've met him before. Oh, wow. Okay. First time. That is a lot of power in that room. Oh my God.
Yes. Yes, it is.
How are you doing, Bishop?
Well, I got to admit, I've met some tough people in my time. But man, I'm really hoping for my child more than anything else. I don't care about me, but she doesn't deserve any bad stuff.
That's really cute.
I kind
That's-
of just,
oh.
I'll probably go and hold Bishop's hand, just one of his hand, and just clasp it between my hand.
Oh,
Oh,
It'll be fine. I'm hoping that it should be fine.
I don't know if you know this, but
Thanks.
I was also a child made out of thingies, and sometimes it works out.
What do you
That's
mean?
it. I just like.
I
just-
I was made in the heat of a battle decision. I was an accident. If that makes sense.
You're an accident baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes it works out, and my size fine. As far as I know, she didn't like me leaving Chicago, but she's fine.
well, there you go, Bishop. Let's hope.
Sometimes it works out.
I just like to thank all you fellas for what you said. Thanks a lot. Means a lot.
Everything for you, darling.
Well, hopefully this turns out well for you because, unfortunately, Azaria isn't very happy.
Isaiah?
Isaiah isn't very happy, and we'll have to deal with him at some point too. Well, not deal with him, but
Who's Isaiah?
Yeah, I owe people a lot.
Oh, right, the guns.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Bishop.
Could we just steal some more?
I mean,
I need time to gather up more guns.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
like, I'm a singer. I'm not a stealer. I mean, not
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You sing? I sing.
just a
Okay.
heads up there.
Thank you. I
You hear a
really-
rattling on the other side of the doors, and then the doors begin to open again. And the guards step back on the other side. And you see Rhea standing upright on her own feet, under her own power, in front of the prince. And as you come in, as you are ushered in, she turns and looks over her shoulder at you. And there's a slight hint of a smile. And you are ushered back into the room.
I was fully expecting you to just have a sword swipe as she was looking at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so was I.
Just kind
Or
of
like
like,
the top
oh,
part
no,
just slides
oh, no.
down.
as soon as she smirked, whoopashoo.
Yeah, I thought.
There's still time.
Oh, no! Why you do this?
You thought of it, not me.
Yeah, we'll walk up. Right?
walking,
Right,
we're
everyone? Okay, yeah.
Angelus stands up and majesties the fuck out of you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's unusual.
Oh, I'm done.
my lord.
I'm down on my knees.
Yep.
My child, my children, I have decided in all good conscience that it would be an unfair and unjust decision to destroy either the new vampire or her sire this night. This is clearly a situation that has been beyond the power and control of any of you, and you have done us much justice in your assistance in your fight against the Sabbat. Your names are, of course, cleared of any wrongdoing. And, Monsieur Bishop, I must, however, give you this responsibility that from here on henceforth you are the sire to this child. She is your neonate to love and protect, to teach, and, of course, her actions until she is a released vampire will be considered your own.
Yes, my prince, as you wish.
I hope that everyone is pleased with these outcomes. Very well. Let it not be said that Clan Toreador has caused any injustice in this city. Be well, my children. Do you have anything that you would wish to ask of me before you leave?
I think we're all okay now. Thank you so much, my prince.
Of course.
And I just bow down, curtsy. Good night.
Good night.
I make eye contact with Ariel. And
She
sort of like,
looks back to you, and she just gives you a nod and dips her head.
Man, I want to do the call me.
I'll bow. I'll bow and then walk up. And like let go to Daria and just like link arms with Daria and start walking
Raya?
out.
Right.
Fuck, why do I think her name is Daria? I have no idea why. It's just stuck in my head.
Write
that's
that
her
shit
name.
down.
Maybe if I penalize you by extracting
No.
XP,
No. I have it written down. It's
you're
written
gonna
down.
lose a
Good,
willpower
good.
point every time you fuck it up.
I don't have very many willpowers. I have two willpower rolls.
You'll have to learn fast.
Raya, I link arms with Raya and then I
Raya.
walk out.
Okay. All right. So you guys retreat from the room, I assume, at that point.
Mhm.
Oh,
Retire.
my legs are trying not to run.
Is
Right.
now the time we could speak to Thracius, Tanya? Perhaps? Now that
I-
he's here? Or...
Yeah, I think that. Oh, sorry. Yes, I think that's a good idea. I will see if he can come and see us. Should we wait in his chamber and see if I can find him?
We're allowed to.
If we're
You know
allowed.
that Andre Bazin is just outside the chamber on the other side.
Oh yeah, okay. I
Um,
shall talk to
Andre?
Andre.
Right.
Yeah.
Andre. All these Ray.
Are any of the people I need to talk to here?
Any of the what?
People I need to talk to here.
Actually, yes, Jordan Drake is here. But actually, no, he's got his stuff, so no.
Okay.
Yep, no, that's good. That's all.
Okay, nobody here? Okay.
No.
All right.
Okay. I'll try and go and talk to Andrea.
All right. Andre is waiting
Andre.
outside. Yeah.
Yep.
My lady, how can I assist?
Hi. Good evening, Andre. I would like to speak to my sire, if possible, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's French.
Ah.
My lady, how can I assist you? Yes. Blah, blah, blah. All right.
Ooh la la.
That's
La, la.
Italian.
Ooh la la. I would like to speak to my sire, if I may, please.
Of
Thracius.
course. I will inform him as he leaves the chamber.
Is there a place that we can
Of course, there
There.
is a small library across the hall. I will usher him there when he is finished.
Thank you very much.
Of course. So Andre opens up this library and ushers you guys all into this small room. It's not a very big room, as I say. It's a small room with a lot of very old books in it. They're all history books. And there's a table, like a conference table, very old conference table. It's very plush, very nice, quite warm. And there's a butler. And they bring you in here. And do you guys do anything for the next 10, 15 minutes?
I'm going to look at the books
Okay,
to see which book is the oldest book.
right.
I'm gonna touch the wall and just see where I can get off.
Okay, you can make a spirits touch.
I'm just gonna ask the butler if he can clean one of the chairs so I can sit down.
The butler has to buttle your butt.
That's not going to go down well.
Butler cleans the chair.
Thank you very
Oh.
much.
Empathy.
The butler cleans the chair by getting one of his subordinates to come and clean the chair.
I talk to my child, or if I may.
Yes.
It's good to have you still here.
It is good to still be here, my sire.
And I will always try to be worthy of you. We'll kind of have to work together on this whole training thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We'll begin that as soon as possible, huh?
Meantime, get Parker to fit you up with what you need. And I'll foot the bill.
Yes, my lord.
Including weapons.
All right. All right.
Oh, actually, I would probably congratulate Bishop,
Bishop, yeah.
Bishop and Rhea that they're still alive and everything's fine.
Right. Okay. Well, a few minutes pass, and of course, you made your spirits touch check. I don't need to really go into that. It's everything you would expect it to be. There's no particular thing that I
There's
can give
nothing
you.
exciting.
There's nothing really all that exciting. It's too many people over too many years have touched this room and these books.
Which is the favorite book? Which is the book that gets checked out the most often?
I'd have to really think about that. There's probably genealogies.
Okay, I'm going to look at the genealogies.
Okay. All right, we'll come back to that, and we can talk about it even after game or out of game or in the Discord
fine.
or something like that.
That's perfectly fine.
All right. And then Thracius comes in.
You're going to majesty us? I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
You
I'm
sure?
ready for it.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
He doesn't need to majesty you. But he does come in.
I'll stand up.
And he looks around the room and he says, well, congratulations, Mr. Emmanuel Bishop and Rhea. Well done. You have survived one of your first great obstacles of unlife.
Thank you, my lord. My apologies, my lord.
He turns to you. Apologies, I suppose, are accepted. You did what you had to do and you returned my asset. But now she is your asset, so I have... I will accept this as payment for our organization's failure to protect your shipment.
Excellent, my lord. Thank you very much.
We shall try not to make too many exchanges in this way.
No, I prefer the financial ones.
Yes, indeed.
I have a business plan at some stage I'd like to have you look over.
Very well.
Concerning security and equipment, such things. I need your advice, my lord.
We shall certainly look into this.
Thank you, my lord.
Tanya, you too. Congratulations for surviving your first great obstacle as a vampire.
Thank you. It's precious.
And your associates, of course. He nods to each of you.
I say, my lord, that I have seldom seen such courage in one person. Excellent choice.
I should like to congratulate each of you and also tell you of my thanks. And he turns to you, Sage and Alexis. My thanks that you have kept my child in one piece and returned her to us.
Not a problem.
They're very amazing. They're amazing. We're an amazing coterie, and I'm very proud of them.
Mr. Bishop.
Yes, my lord.
I have some information that might interest you. There is a shipment being moved presently from Yugoslavia via Africa. at present of things that may make your life easier, similar to the ones that you've lost. I have been looking into the ownership of such equipment, and I feel that perhaps it is obtainable.
Do you happen to know how much this would cost?
I suspect one might have to obtain it by force.
I had a funny feeling you were going to say that, my lord.
However, it is outside of the jurisdiction of any Camarilla, so whatever happens outside this region will not be of any concern to us.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
I will see what I can do as far as finding you the particulars.
Thank you, my lord.
Of course.
We're going in guns a-blazing. I'm going to need some more weapons. Just putting it out there.
I do have enough to provide you with.
Can I get a katana?
Thracius casts his glance over at you for a moment, Kitty, and sort of takes you in for a moment, like it's the first time he's really noticed you. And then he turns to Sage. He says, and congratulations on your record deal.
Thank you. There was some. Do you remember the deal we made before I?
At a game, remind me.
It was. I asked him about Lionel Bowen and trying to get him out of that.
Right.
Mm.
Yes, I remember the deal that we made. What of it?
I'm wondering what will become of the deal that we've made.
Well, we shall honor it. You wish to see him extricated?
If that means released from prison, then yes.
I see.
Then yes. More than anything, he doesn't deserve to be there. I'm clearly not murdered by his hand.
Clearly, you are not murdered by his hand. Let me consider this. It seems to me that this situation is something very personal to you and that you need to take some responsibility for it. I could, of course, organize to have the man simply released, but I would have to go to great trouble, and I would have to spend sums of money and bribery and so on and so forth to organize these things. However, I think if I was to find the information that was required, I think that you are perfectly within your own capable powers of doing this yourself.
That's all I require. I don't ask that you physically do the job yourself. I just need a helping hand.
Very well. Tanya,
Yes, my lord.
I should like to see that you make certain that this person is extricated from the prison in which he is presently kept. Do you understand?
Yes. No problem at all.
Whatever it is that Sage requires, please assist her with that.
I will do.
Very well.
We'll discuss this later, Sage.
Again, I ask, can I assist anyone else with any questions?
How are we on that katana?
Surely it's not going to be an immediate thing, Kitty.
I have an obvious question though, Kitty.
Yeah, sure. What's the question?
You know how to use it, don't you?
Oh, I know how to use one intimately.
Thracius is reading your mind. Can you use a katana? Have you any training at all?
I have whatever we did with Kara last time.
Well, let's have a look. How many dots in melee do you have for a start?
I have 3 dots in melee.
Wow. Okay. So where did you train, and who trained you?
Good question. Kitty, along her life, has picked up a bunch of different habits from bouncing around all over the place because she's been on the run for a long time.
Right.
And a lot of that like involved being on the streets and sleeping rough. And when you're doing that, you learn how to defend yourself very quickly with
Right.
whatever items you have around.
That's true, but using a katana is a really specific skill. And that's
She also
something...
may have taken a few courses at the Y.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd give her a dot in melee. You've
Okay,
got 3 dots in
I've got
melee.
3 dots in melee.
You're
Who
like a
made
fucking...
it for you?
You're
You've
like
been
a,
doing Aikido for quite some time.
You're
Yeah.
like a multiple black belt in jiu-jitsu,
Right. Okay.
right? How did you get that way?
Kitty grew up in a cult.
Okay.
I'm changing my backstory. Yeah, she
I
grew
mean,
up in a cult
you can think
that was
about
like
it. You don't have to answer it right now. It's
Tuesday's cult that was planning for the apocalypse. And when she realized that was shit and her mum got killed, she grabbed her brother and ran away.
right.
That's pretty much what my backstory was before, just
Right.
tweaked a bit.
Okay. And so you perhaps went into some survival stuff at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no points. Oh no, I have 2 points in survival, so that makes sense.
Right. You've got survival,
Do
you've
I-
got performance, you've got melee, and you've got firearms up the wazoo.
Do
Yeah.
I know anybody
I'm
who
American,
might
bro.
have one?
So, well, Thracius is
know?
about to answer this question actually, because he was addressed the question to begin with. And as it,
Thracius has just got like all a rundown of like all the shit that she's dealt with up until she got turned into a vampire.
right,
And then vampires actually been real cruisy
and as
in comparison.
well as it happens, Thracius has a fucking museum of shit like this, and so he asks you, is there a particular era of katana that you are most interested in? Or are you interested in something with a live blade that can be utilized in the short term?
Short term use would be good. I had a really nice one over in Chicago, and I'm really
sure
sad
you
I
did.
left it behind.
You will have to come to my museum and see some katanas and other blades.
You have a whole museum of katanas?
Not just katanas.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely coming over. You're not revoking that at all. I'm definitely coming over to see that.
Of course you are. Tanya, you will of course facilitate this visit.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you.
There's one other thing.
Yes, Sage.
Well, I've seen a great deal of Bruja, like fierce, potent power over the last week or so. I want to write a song about that, but I also want to be, I don't want to be distasteful. I don't want to be offensive. So if I write a song, will you just look over it and make sure I'm not being offensive or anything?
If I catch your meaning, then yes.
Basically, I'm going to write a song about the Bruja without obviously mentioning Bruja. I just think I love my songs to have a vampiric flair to them without being too obvious.
Of course, because you would not wish to break the masquerade.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Yes.
I will listen to your song, of course.
All right. Anybody who needs weapons training, anybody who needs weapons, armor, anything like that, come and see me. All right?
All right. I'll take you up on that.
Good. You should. That knife isn't going to do you any good.
Tell me again, Mr. Bishop, remind me the name of your sire.
The name of my sire,
Yes.
my lord?
Yes.
Oh, he wasn't up to your standards, my lord. You wouldn't really want to know him.
Why do you say such a thing? But you carry such grace and nobility of spirit.
He was a different kind of man.
By which you mean?
Well, let me put it this way, my lord. We met in Vietnam.
This is a beautiful country, I understand.
Lovely country, and people aren't trying to blow you up and shoot you.
I see. So you mean in the war?
Yes.
The most recent one?
Yes, sir.
I see. And he embraced you during this war?
A little bit after, quite a bit after it, when we came home. He came to my door and said he wanted to talk about old memories. Little did I know, he really did want to, well, get to know me a lot better.
I have never been clear about which of the family lines that you belonged to. Which house is it again that you represent?
He said he was Bruger.
He said he was Bruger.
Yes.
So then you are within my jurisdiction.
I am, my lord.
Do you yourself consider yourself to be Bruger?
Yes, my lord.
Well, I am the clan elder of Clan Bruger. Therefore, you are under my protection too.
Yes, my lord, it would seem so.
I should like you to obtain some sort of proof of your bloodline.
Is there a way you could test my blood?
Several ways, several people. I will allow you to look into it first. If you cannot find a way within the next few days, then we will look into some other possibilities.
Yes, my lord.
Very well.
As you say.
He's just about to say something and then doesn't say anything.
Very well. I must retire for now. Good night, each and all of you. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And
right, you lot, we need to talk.
At that point, everybody gets, if they've spent any willpower, you get a willpower point back.
Yay!
Hey, now you lot, we need to talk very quickly.
Okay.
They're going to stick us together, guys. Right? You can just smell it coming. They're going to stick us together because we did this thing. I'm sorry I got you in this shit. I didn't plan to. All right? So, you're going to need to improve your skills. How many of you can... I know how many of you can shoot. I know one of you now fights with a katana. How many of you can defend yourself with your fists, your legs, or anything else for that matter?
What?
I can mean I can punch
Like
1, 2,
evasion?
1, 2.
Okay. At some stage,
I need to learn to brawl and melee.
I'm good at
Melee.
finding
Oh.
myself out of fire.
okay.
Dodge.
Right. May I suggest, and I'm not the man in charge, but I don't want us to go in there like we did this time. I want us to be ready for anything they give us. So may I suggest we all get together at my place at some stage and give this some serious talking.
I would love that.
And we can all see what we all know in that way. All right? Because obviously some of us need better weapons. Obviously some of us need better training. For instance, does any of you know how to enter a room military style?
Depends what you mean by military style.
You mean sort of like going from one side to the other so that you can sort of check out the room?
That sort
Well,
of thing, yeah.
Getting a bit more of a vantage point.
Well,
Being
I
more of
will,
like a scale of what's happening in the room.
I will give you an example, and you will tell me if you know how to do it
Okay.
when we get together. All right.
Right.
But
Okay.
but I realize that we all must pursue, for instance, Songbird. You must pursue your singing career, and I'm amazed at your knowledge of the occult.
Thank you.
Keep that up.
Cheers. Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. All right, keep that up, but use it for us as well. Talia,
Yes, darling.
you two,
Bishop.
you've got more money than any of us. That's one good point. You
Yes.
also speak well, better than any of us. So that's another good point. And you
I
can
just do
shoot.
this in my.
She's
And you-
embarrassed.
And
Oh.
you can shoot. Okay, but we're going to,
And you have the most flamboyant retainers, darling.
and we need your flamboyant retainer to learn how to drive your car. We
you
need
mean
him
Jojo?
also to learn how to fire a gun and actually hit something.
That's
And we'll
actually
give him a
good,
real gun.
it's a good point. Someone should teach me how to drive.
Teach you how to drive.
Oh, cool.
I'll talk to Parker and get
I have
Parker
one
to
point.
help you with that.
Oh,
What's
you
my
know,
new
I'm
his
sorry
name?
about the good Parker.
My new child's name?
I think I have one point to try.
Russell?
Yes, what?
What's my new child's name?
I think you would know.
Raya.
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 Raya Sunshine. Okay.
Right, Raya Sunshine.
Daria.
Raya.
Not Daria.
No, it's right.
Raya,
Yes, Mr. Bishop.
do you think you can take any of this lot and teach them stuff?
I doubt it. They're right off. Lost cause.
God, I love this woman.
Bitch, we just saved you from certain death. You really want to run that by us again?
She looks back at you guys and smiles. I'm just
Is
She
that
kidding.
does have
humor?
proof.
Okay.
She has seen us in action, so she's got a pretty good idea of what she's dealing with.
Seen you in action.
Okay.
No.
As I
So,
start fingering one of my
What are your
holes.
poles?
Yeah.
Raya, apart from being
Doesn't that
assigned,
heal?
apart from being assigned to do your own thing, this lot will become your team to train. You understand?
I'll do my best with this great responsibility.
I know you will. All right. So,
What
That's
now?
they've got other things to do. Let's give them a day to at least get the idea in their heads. All right, guys? You have a couple of nights to get it in your heads, and then they'll be training at what time, Raya?
I'm not sure what time do these people want to do this.
Then ask them and organize it.
We will,
Good girl.
yes.
At some point. Anyone feel like going sightseeing? I've never been to London before. I'd love to have a
I would
check-in.
love to. I'm unfortunately going to be too busy. I'm sorry. I've got prior engagements. I want to though. I so badly do. I fucking love doing that sort of stuff.
All right. Tanya,
Maybe
all
tomorrow.
right. Let's go for a night on the town, and let's find me a motorbike.
Do you like a party? Do you like
Hell
to
yeah.
party?
I
Oh,
love to party.
darling, you and I will be besties.
People.
We
Look
will
it
meet
up.
Raya in like 2 days' time.
All right.
There is
now listen.
something you probably should consider, says Raya. If I may speak up, I know I'm the new member of the flock here.
Speak.
We just engaged a bunch of very serious about vampires in Oslo.
I was going to ask.
I was hoping y'all
I was
forgot
going to
about that.
ask.
Is there any way
Ah.
that they could know where we're from and how we got there and where we returned to?
It
And
doesn't matter. We still have to fortify our homes and our security.
Well, they know about Bishop.
They know about me.
right, so they're going to be looking into that, and they're going to be looking into everyone connected with him.
Yes.
And if they have any spies in the Camarilla, then they will already know a lot.
God damn it! I left Chicago because of all this bullshit.
It doesn't.
I've got
really-
news for you. Wherever you go, wherever you run, you're going to come up against this bullshit.
Unless you hide from it all, it's just what I've done for the last 10 years. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not like you're going to hide.
I'm going to get
Okay,
Parker to secure our stuff and see what's going there. But I suppose we should have a look at your places and make sure you're... Sage,
Yes,
you need to get a home.
I know.
It's-
I'll have a look at that after. I'll have
After
a look
you've
at that
done your
after I've done
singing
my sing.
thing, go looking for a home.
Oh, by the way,
Yes?
if you want to find out what your clan is, I could try and help.
Say that again.
If you want to find out what your clan is, I could potentially help you.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. I just need your blood.
Okay, you got to
And do you trust her with your blood?
I've been in war with this girl, so
Last person who had it, she had her blood is gone missing now.
Wasn't my fault.
Doesn't matter. He doesn't know that.
you got a container, tube, anything to put it in.
Just
Tupperware.
cut yourself. Look, I'll.
And do me a favor, don't lose it, will you? Okay, he doesn't know
just
she
give me-
lost it, but he doesn't want her to lose his.
Give me a drop for the meantime, and then if I need more, I will ask.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, be careful who you give your blood to and how
Yeah, I
much.
don't want. Oh, you're giving me that's a lot. Okay. Oh God, how do I hold all this blood?
So how do you take it off him?
Well, all I require is
Difficulty is only like 3 right now because we're talking about like a single drop of blood.
okay, yeah.
We're fine.
If you just like cut like just a little nab, I should be able to do a taste of blood from that. So yeah, don't slit your own throat or something.
No.
So what do you give her, Barry? What?
2 drops.
Okay,
Two drops.
that's very specific.
Drops.
How does she
Right.
deal with 2 drops of blood? What do you do with them?
Okay, well,
And where did you put them? How did you put 2 drops? You extract 2 drops onto your finger, or what? You just draw like some blood from your wrist, or what? How does this work?
I
I'm
would
not
say
even sure how you do that.
yeah,
I
as
rip a
long
piece of paper out for a book.
as
and he
long as I can
pricks his
touch it.
thing and we stick it on there and it's fine.
Right, so he could literally just stick a hole in his wrist, and you could just touch his wrist.
Exactly.
I do.
Okay.
Boop.
All right. Roll your taste of vitae business.
Perception, cold. It doesn't work this time. There's always another night. Oh. Sorry, what was the difficulty?
3. 3, you said.
No. That was for a different thing.
Oh, in this case, it would
Oh.
be 7.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, just 1.
1 success.
Yeah. I'll
Well,
have to try another time.
you know he's a vampire.
Great.
He's definitely a vampire.
I think maybe I'm overwhelmed by all this craziness. Maybe.
Understandable.
Unless you want to spend a willpower point.
Oh, I forgot I could do that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it. Let's go. Let's go, willpower. Goodbye.
Okay. He's a bruiser.
Oh,
I am.
Bishop.
Yes.
You're a boy. No. It's a boy.
Don't start them off.
I was pausing for dramatic tension.
Yeah.
You're a
of-
bruiser.
I'm a bruiser.
Congratulations. Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Fine. You're okay. I can't hear anything you're saying.
Can't hear anything. This
All
is
right.
dead
Let's
silence.
get going. I better get going. I'll see you all at your training sessions. Have a
All
great
right.
time.
Single-minded is my sire, says Rhea.
When are you going on this London tour?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. No, I
Hell yes. Could do tomorrow.
can't come, sadly. I've got work to do. But Rhea,
Yes, my lord.
there's no reason you couldn't go. You know the city as well as I do, don't you? You have been
Party's
here
fun.
before, Europe and all.
I can probably make some effort to do this. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, everybody rest and relax, because
Right.
when we start working, it'll be work.
Okay, so you guys all head off to your various locations around about this point. Because if you don't, then the prince's people usher you out, and so you're kind of forced to. Because they're sick of you talking shit in their fucking spare rooms. So you all head off. Sage, you head to the recording studio.
Yes. Cool.
Whereupon you are shown a bunch of album covers, potential artworks. There's a bunch of song lyrics that have been written also to see whether or not you're interested in collaborating with any of the following artists. There's a list.
Okay.
That you are shown some music videos by several different video directors. You're introduced to a whole bunch of musicians. They want you to record one of the songs that they've got here, and they have a couple of coaches available to see whether or not you need that coaching at all. Mostly it's technical stuff like how to use the equipment and how to get the best sound out of the recording room and the microphone and all this sort of stuff. They're throwing money at this, like fucking lots of money at this.
Awesome.
Tanya,
Sorry,
In
I
the
have to
wrong
leave.
business.
you have to go,
leave.
like
Yeah,
out
I
of
have to go.
game?
Yeah, out of game.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you
Work.
very much for your evening.
Yeah.
You have a
Okay.
great night. We're going to be wrapping up soon anyway. So
Okay.
See ya.
I'll
Cool.
see you next week.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
I won't.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
So she's
I
going to
miss
miss the
her.
part where the head gets cut off.
Oh man.
All right.
She was gonna miss the orgy
Yeah, the
at
orgy
her
place.
place.
Right. With Jojo and the cats.
This is Missy.
Missy,
Aw.
I see.
Got Missy and Moss.
Excellent.
My little one's just chilling out next to me, and the other one's sharking it up, waiting for dinner.
Right,
Because at the moment we're 3 minutes past.
right.
Oh,
Well, does anyone want to do anything before we wrap up?
Rhea, Tanya, Jojo, and I are going to head up to the town and go
Okay.
sightseeing
All
and
right.
do all those good London-y things.
All right.
And yeah, that'll be
Right.
fun.
So you're going to be sightseeing when we come back to the game next week.
I probably also won't be here next week because I have the tech rehearsal for my play, which starts from like 9 and finishes at 9. But depending on what happens, I might be here and I might not.
Okay. Well, good luck with that.
you.
And hopefully we'll see you. When does that play wrap up?
It finishes on the 4th
On the
of September.
4th of September.